because we have everybody here who's going to be here, do you guys want to just get started now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all
Yeah,
for it.
Okay,
good for
cool.
me.
So, as a recap, part for those who weren't able to make it, Sebastian, your squad decided to double back on the FOB that you were stationed at, but there were no signs of any Allied personnel. And what's worse is that there were almost 2 squads worth of Separatist army soldiers stationed at the base, and one of them almost killed Riley, but you guys managed to kill all of them except for 3 guys who surrendered. So the current situation is that it is the night shift. You got 3 dudes captive, and if memory serves, we ended before you all interrogated the guys who set up camp, so that's something we are going to address at the start of this session. So first, well, it depends on, do you guys want to interrogate the 3 prisoners of war now, or do you want to wait until the morning?
We could interrogate them now and send them out in the cold.
Yeah.
You know, in the middle of the night.
Oh my god! To freeze
This
to
is it.
death and like wander around in the darkness until they get like they freeze to death or be ambushed by local predators. Yeah, that's humane.
I mean, it's the rules of nature.
Well, we could strip them down to their skivvies and send them out with just their underwear.
or better yet, hold on. There's a lake. There's a river over here. Okay.
Oh god.
If any of you have watched the Dark Knight Rises, we're gonna make them walk across the ice, and they fall in. They fall in. They make it across. They make it across.
Not even
Raleigh's
2
gonna go
minutes
to
in, and we're
sleep.
committing an atrocity. Okay. Anyway,
I'm admitting it's an atrocity.
I know. I still think it's just so funny. Anyway, so the thing is that in terms of, so if you guys click on the Bravo Squad thing, whether it's on the map or on the Interstellar Marines like Bravo Squad folder in the actors list, what's cool is that, I mean, you don't really need to do this, but there's actually this travel actions thing which is really cool, that really like it shows who's doing what. So yeah, Riley is sleeping. So the question for Gunnar and Matthias is, what are you 2 going to be doing? Because keep,
I mean, I was
keep
gonna
in
ask
mind, you're going to
Gunnar
have
if
to,
he
you
could.
you are going to have to set up the camp. Like
The base isn't considered already a camp.
well, that's a good point. Well, the thing is, you would need to start either a fire, like a campfire, or use the heat generator. So.
I would probably just turn the heat generator on.
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta roll a 1d6. And...
I guess
Oh, you guys are shit out of luck. Battery died.
Yeah, look.
So basically, what happens is the fucking generator. You turn it on, the electric heater. You turn it on, and you see it heating up for a couple seconds, but then it starts sort of flickering, and just powers off.
Damn it.
I'm never gonna get fucking warm.
Never gonna get warm again.
If you want, you could start a fire, like a campfire.
Are we really gonna? I mean, with this kind of luck, do we really start a campfire out in the middle of a
Can we
lot of snowstorm?
can we start a fire in one of the buildings?
The buildings are metal, so yes.
Okay. Well,
But a
let's do that.
campfire
Is that
wood.
without risk of giving ourselves carbon monoxide poisoning?
Yeah,
Is that-
because
Well-
that's the other risk, is if you start a fire in an enclosed space, it's going to fill up with smoke.
You set up an air thing, like you pop a hole and with a tubing, and the smoke goes out that, and you still stay warm because you're not opening up a large hole. I mean, we're not opening up a large hole. We're opening up enough hole by the fire that the smoke goes out.
All right, so in that case, I'm considering whether to make that a tech roll to represent like finding the components and then jury rigging something. So I guess, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So if somebody wants to, well, yeah, roll a do. Hold on. Okay, I need to just check something. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. So I need ref player's manual, travel, because I'm trying to remember what the process for getting set up with a camp is. Where is it's in the travel section if everyone wants to sort of read along.
Yeah, it's a whole shift. You have to all do recon to
Yeah.
how hidden your camp is, but we're at a base. That's why I'm like, why? I mean, we literally left this morning or the day before, and there was a fight, but still, the base is still there.
Yeah.
I guess
That's
it's
why I'm
making
like,
it habitable after a fight. So I don't necessarily want to be sleeping next to like corpse juice, whatever detritus is left over from it. So they've shot holes in
Remember
the
this
ceiling.
place got bombed out to shit, so
Yeah.
but
yeah.
the bombing was on the
Front,
east
yes.
and south side, and we're up in the northwest corner where it didn't really have any damage.
Yeah.
That's true, that's true.
So in this case, what you should do is, so we're still going to have it like, you don't necessarily need to make a survival roll to find the camp because you're in a sort of somewhat secluded location. But the thing is, because the Separatists know this is here and they might show up, what you need to do is do a roll recon to make your camp hard to spot.
And the bad news is Riley's not in a position to help with that.
So it's going to have to be Gunnar or Matthias.
What's
Just either one or the
Matthias's
other.
recon? Gunner's got a flat D12 for A intelligence.
I got a flat D8 from intelligence.
Guess it's on Gunner.
All right.
On Gunner to make our
What
campaign.
about our two NPCs? Do they have a better recon? I can't remember what Run 'em Over had.
Run him over Reynolds. Let's see what he's got. Mike has AD for his recon, and Arnbjorn, the medic, has CC. So I guess if you guys want Mike to
Can
roll
Mike do it? I don't know if someone can help. I don't know what. Obviously, how many actions we're taking at the same time.
Yeah. Because keep in
but-
mind, there's other actions like standing guard, and so on.
This is taking if this is gonna take a shift to can I ask Gunnar to unlock one of the Rebels LMGs since I don't want to run I want an LMG I can find ammo readily for, and my current one's almost out of the first belt. So I just want to ask.
Okay. So
yeah.
So that's what Gunner's going to be doing. He's going to be unlocking that, I guess, and then Reynolds is going to be rolling his recon to see if he
Jesus.
Could he push that, please?
Can we roll that? You're rolling so good to this morning.
Okay, well, I mean, if you like, well, the problem is Gunner, so I guess in that case, you have to decide whether you want to help Mike or like sort of take over because of how incompetent he is, or if you want to unlock one of the guns.
It can you live without the gun for?
Can live without the gun.
Okay, cool. I'll make sure. Well, I say I'll make sure. It's just a flat 12. So am I making a recon roll then to patch up his mess?
No, you're making a recon roll to hit high camp. Yes.
Unfuck up this disgusting mess of a camp. Yes. Oh my god.
Okay, it could almost worse.
Right.
I'll push that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the same thing you did.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
There
we go.
That's a good push.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a note of that.
Well, they have to be 2 successes to spot us, so that's good.
Yep, they do. Okay, so But Gunner, so he's spent the thing getting the like so the fire. Oh, interesting. The fire is included in making camp. Well, in this case, because you would technically, it's saying you do need to make survival to make camp, and it says setting a campfire is included in making camp. So all eyes turn on Matthias. What is your survival?
I'm sorry. I would like to dig a foxhole and keep watch.
No, what I'm saying is that
Oh,
because I reread the thing on making camp. So to set a campfire is included in making camp, but the thing is that that is a survival roll.
do I have to light the fire now?
Yeah, because if Riley's going to be resting,
It's the two that do the recon roll.
is it? Because
It's
it
part
probably.
of making camp. Yeah, it's the
Oh.
same ones that make that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then in that case, you know, so Gunner, you said you got a intelligence A, and do you have survival?
No, but we'll go with it again.
Okay.
It's why not? Why not? What could go wrong?
Mike has intelligence A and no survival.
I guess can one of us, if we're doing it together, can he?
One of you gets a +1, yes.
Yeah, if he helps me, so survival with a +1 modifier.
Okay. Oh,
God.
Are we cursed? I think we might be cursed. Is it worth pushing back? I guess it failed on the D6 rather than the D12.
I mean, the
so
worst
yes.
case scenario, you take a stress.
We already
take a stress because we already have a 1. Push that again. We're gonna get another. You're just gonna get a stress off the bat. It's just a matter of do you get another one. So
I'll just push it.
take the damage.
Okay, so
yeah, cool.
So in this case, so you're not going to have fire, and the heating box ran out of power the first night you used it. So
wait. Can't Riley take a nap in the IFE and should we just keep the IFE running since I assume the IFE has some form of internal heating?
it would, but it's going to be sort of making like it's going to be sort of a more obvious target if anybody's passing by and sees it. But also the fact that if you're running it for a shift while he's sleeping, it's going to be consuming gas.
Alright,
as if you were traveling for a shift.
No, it's not a full gas. I thought it was only half or something.
It was at half gas. Or
for.
So.
I think it's for idling. It's less gas.
Okay, so if it's idling, then we'll say it's half. So you would still be going through half a shift's worth of fuel if you were to leave that thing running.
We're already at half gas anyway, so I don't think.
Could I start a fire then go to sleep?
I'll say because now it says finding a location, making a fire, and preparing to sleep takes a whole shift. What I'll say is that starting a fire would be like you get one chance to start a fire. See if you can do that.
Okay.
Because you don't technically need to start a fire, but keep in mind that if you don't, you would need to. Oh, okay, never mind. So you get a little fire going. And out of sympathy for how horrible your guys' rolls are, I'm going to say I'm going to skip the tech roll thing for now that I mentioned. So let's recap. So Riley started a fire. Gunner and Mike, you did hidden camp, right? I know you did a combined roll, but I don't remember.
Hide and make, yeah.
Okay, make and hide the camp. And Matthias is doing what?
I'll be
You're standing guard?
Yeah, I'll be standing guard.
Okay, so you're standing guard?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is and I'm also assuming that everybody else bar Matthias is going to sleep. So now keep in mind, now Matthias, I will say, if you're not going to be by the fire, because the fire's in a building, like contained within, one of the structures of this base. If you're going to be at, say, like one of the watchtowers, you are going to need to roll stamina.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay, and then I also need to roll to decide what the weather is going to be, because that's the thing that in this case I do every shift. So /RD6. Okay, 5. So the weather, if memory serves, earlier it was clear. Like you could actually sort of see the moon and all this other stuff. In this case, it's starting to get a little cloudier, but it's not like a huge pressing issue. It's just sort of like, oh, it's cloudy. So now there's something else I need to do. And make sure that is on private. And you said recon as the opposed?
Correct.
Okay.
And if they're in a vehicle, they're at
-2, I think.
Yeah, and they have to get more than success. Plus the weather. I don't know, since it's cloudy at night.
Okay. So yeah, the night, is hold on, wait, Matthias, did you roll stamina?
Okay, I was gonna say do you want me
Which
to roll
if you
stamina
have
roll it?
whatchamacallit, the one to oh no, never mind, you're fine.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you have ranger, then that gives a +1, but it
Okay,
should
because
ask you.
I did, but what is it? I maxed out anyways. I maxed out stamina anyway,
Yeah,
so.
so you're fine.
Yeah.
So in that case, you are going to, like, let me just double check this shift thing, or like the travel thing. Where the fuck was it? Because I just had it open. Travel. And also, I can't remember. So Riley, you set up camp, right? Or set up the fire?
I just did the fire
Okay,
and went to sleep.
so in that case, yeah, I'm not going to roll camp mishaps this time because you succeeded even though it wasn't necessarily full camp. So let's look at, I'm just got to make sure there's nothing else in setting up camp. I got to scroll through this massive fucking document. So where the hell is it? Is it down? Making camp. Okay. So, in that case, yeah, the rest of you sleep. You would heal 1 point of damage, 1 point of stress. Matthias does not see anything, like see or hear anything that would be cause for concern during the course of the night, and eventually, after like what feels like forever out in the fucking cold, you eventually the sun starts to rise. But I am going to with the sunrise now. I roll the weather again. And we'll see if it stays good or if it's shit. So you notice that it's starting to gradually get a little more cloudy and snow is falling at a slightly faster rate. Like it's not like suddenly a blizzard, but you notice that it's starting to be a little more, frequent than it was before, Matthias. But yeah, you all wake up. You're still currently at the base, and you've got your 3 POWs. I'm assuming were like restrained in the room with the fire so they didn't freeze to death.
Now I got a question. Since you rolled a 1, can we repair it? And what would we need to repair it?
The generator. So the generator is battery powered. It's not necessarily like busted. It's just a case of where is the item list?
Dead from, because I'm pretty sure that you ruined this the same way as the laser cannon, and the fact that if you roll 1, it's just dead. The battery's just dead. And we
Yeah,
need
the
to
battery's
recharge
dead.
it.
It's not completely broken. It's just the battery is dead, and you would need to find a new battery to replace it.
Can we just charge it with the IFV's battery?
No, it's like it's not like a thing where it has a like a battery shard. Like, well, like possibly. Um, I don't know if that would necessarily make sense though, especially because you could potentially like overcharge it and actually destroy it.
I mean, like, is there like a wall outlet in the IFV or
No.
something? Like,
This is newer tech. I mean, we just have to set up a converter. It's the same thing. Like if you overcharge a phone, it stops.
Exactly. So in that case, but in the meantime, because I feel that's sort of been addressed at this time, you would not have such a thing. The question goes, go back to the POWs. What do you want to do with them?
we can't even understand them. We don't speak their language, correct?
Yeah, these guys are Norwegian. However, though, I would like to remind you that if memory serves, one of the gadgets that you chose was a comm slicer, which has the ability to translate dialogue.
We do indeed have a comm slicer, and also I think Icelandic and Norwegian are mutually intelligible. But we'll use the comm slicer because I don't want to have to go check that. In terms of how we interrogate them, slash if they'll know anything, Gunner's happy to act as an interpreter, or just to lend the comm slicer to whoever needs to use it. He just has a flat C empathy, so probably best someone else leads on that front.
All right, so it's a choice between me and Riley on who interrogates them.
Yeah, and the way I'm going to handle this is for you to for the person who's trying to interrogate them to roll persuasion. Now, I will say I need to double check something in persuasion, like in social conflict, because depending on how you go about this, yeah, it's opposed persuasion, but or actually no, if you're interrogation, they roll stamina, instead of persuasion, and you get a +1 modifier to your persuasion because they're captive.
Can I use strength if I'm beating the shit out of them to get this information out?
No.
God damn it.
Right. So in this case, let's just go back to that. So whoever wants to do the persuasion, I'll go back to the social conflict modifiers and just double check what you've got. You've got more people on your side. They've suffered damage and stress, and they're held captive by you, so you get a +3. And for them, they are just, I think, rolling just flat stamina. So I'm going to do their stamina roll. I'll just sort of roll for them as a group. And then if I didn't say it because my memory's totally like blanked out, I'll handle this as each like the first thing you get out of them will be like the first little bit of intel will be free, and then each success gives an additional sort of thing, like an additional little tidbit of info. So let me roll there. I'll just roll this guy's stamina.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can't roll like that for us.
I was gonna. Is what we're asking them? So it's looking at the reasons to get modifiers. Is what we're asking them going to cost them anything? Because that would be another +1. But I don't know explicitly what we're asking. If we're just saying, tell us everything, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess like well, I suppose depending on what they know, like if it's like something that jeopardizes the agenda of the Separatist army, that would be, I would say no to that. So
I think the big question is when is their resupply coming, or when are they being when are reinforcements coming, or when are they being swapped out?
When are they being relieved?
Relieved. That was the word I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
So I guess in that case you'll just have to find out. You got to beat 2 successes in order to get at least one additional thing of info out of them.
I do
What's
not
our-
have persuasion.
What's our medic? Our medic
Uh,
probably is the best one.
yeah, the NPC Arnbjorn, he's got empathy A, persuasion C.
So +3, that means it's a double A.
Okay.
Should be.
Yep. That's as good as it gets. So
I'm fine
So-
with that.
If you want the NPC, because I don't want to like take agency away from you guys, but if you want him to roll it, then he will.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. So, but then I mean you'll get for all seconds purposes you'll get to ask him ask the NPC
Yeah,
the
we'll ask
questions.
the question.
Okay, so he
Yeah.
gets a +3, and let's see how he does.
Jesus.
Okay, so basically all you get out of the guys is they pretty much tell you their names, their ranks, and their serial numbers. I don't have their serial numbers in mind, but they're all privates, and their names are Ottoson, Henriksen, and Lisvend, and they're all from the Norwegian Viking Regiment. And that's either all they
So-
know or all they're willing to tell you.
So Raleigh, all messed up, looks at him and says, "We got 2 choices. You either tell us what you want, or we're going to strip you down in your civvies, and you could try getting home in the snow. That's your choice. I'm not even going to roll. That's the choice."
Oh God.
Riley looks very pissed off, being all jacked up, but he just tells him as it is. That's the perception. That's the perception rules in this game. You either tell me what you want, or you go into combat. So you either tell us what we want, or you goodbye.
I have a feeling
if
the option for them's going to be goodbye, Benson.
Yeah, they one of them pretty much just tells you go to hell in Norwegian, which is translated by the comm slicer.
All right, are you guys cool with that? We strip them and go. We can't feed them. We can't guard them.
But when you say strip them, I assume not literally clothing as well. I find
Yeah,
leaving
they
them
are
with
going to
their-
be in their civvies. They are down to their civvies. If we're going to let them free, they got to die. So, otherwise they're going to go and get help. We're not physically making them. We're not killing them. We're giving them a slight
We're not
chance.
killing them. We're just making sure that they die. There's a...
Hey,
Oh my
the
God.
clothes isn't really going to do much in this weather. It just
I think I'm
don't
good
do
with
your
taking
underwear.
their arms and armor and like actual equipment.
All right, I'm good with that. I just like putting them in their civvy.
I think they can keep their clothes. They can maybe still starve, but is that much better? A little bit.
Well, let me ask you this, Cody. When we came in here, where are all our bodies from our troopers? Did they just leave them scattered around? Did they pile them somewhere? How are they treated? That's a good question.
I would say they were probably just sort of like, the bodies were sort of left to the buzzards, but all of their gear has been taken from them.
So there's just bodies everywhere.
Yeah, not like necessarily everywhere, but there are corpses like, around certain things, like where the soldiers were killed. The Separatists didn't remove the bodies. They took all their armor and their weapons and ammo, but they didn't bring the bodies with them.
Okay. All right. So we're just gonna send them on their way with their.
What? We're not gonna make him do the walk of shame across the river?
Well, we can make them go that way.
Oh, you just drag him to the shore, the shore or the coast or whatever
Well,
whatever
I
this
guess.
part is.
It makes sense we could blindfold them, tie them up, chuck them in the back of the vehicle, drive like 2 hexes. I guess to be fair, you'd leave tracks in the snow, wouldn't you? So it doesn't work so well for. Yeah, never mind. But
So
We
how
fly.
much did we extract? How much information did we extract?
You got their names, their ranks, and what their serial numbers, and then what unit they're from, and that's it.
I feel like this lack of information is worthy of the walk of shame. I don't know. They didn't give us any much. I don't know. It's up to you guys, but me personally, I'm for blindfolding them, leaving their clothes on, but they got to walk across the river.
Oh my god.
If it's covered in ice, if it's not covered in ice, then they can leave. Well, they'll still be blindfolded though. So I'm open to suggestions.
Well, you know mine. I was for skivvies and bye.
Eccleston?
But one of us wants them to be in clothes at least. So I was like, all right, I'm good with that. Can have clothes.
you can send them over the frozen river. That's I don't know what the risk of them falling through is. Gunner's gonna tell his conscience that he doesn't know how bad that may or may not be, and I guess that also sends them off in a direction which is broadly wilderness, which I don't know. I guess is a good thing.
They're still gonna have to tough it out in the middle of the snow, but hey,
I guess if we send them south, it sends them towards like main roads and urbanized areas. So,
Cody, is the river actually frozen, or is
Yes.
it just Okay, then the walk of shame it is. So keep their clothes on, but have them blindfolded, and we'll make them walk across the river.
Oh my god.
So it's only fair. You don't tell us where your friends are. We're just gonna make you walk across the frozen river.
but we let go of them when we've decided where we're heading afterwards, because even though it should be a couple of days should they survive to get to a place, we obviously don't want them to know where we are or to hang around. So we'll ditch them when we've decided where we're going.
Right.
On that point, where are we going? Was that decided last session at all? Or?
Yeah, because I need the medic to do some work on me this morning.
Okay. So the medic will do just that. He will.
Is that gonna take a shift?
I think
No.
it just takes a
Assume
stretch.
Yeah, no, it just takes. Alright, okay then.
So
Is it
Well,
a
we-
stretch or a shift to have a fiddle with that LMG?
I think it was probably a stretch. Let me just double check what I wrote in the high tech warfare thing. Lock weapons. So yeah, I didn't specify, but I would say it probably just takes a stretch.
In which case, while the medical aid is going on, Gunner will tech roll to unlock the LMG.
Okay. Do you have fingerprint spoofing?
I do not.
Okay,
No.
so that's going to be at a -3. In the meantime, while you're doing that, I will roll for arm viewer. And so, Tom, is he just rolling his medical aid?
Yeah, because if he does care for crit, it's a shift.
Okay. So hold on, I'm a bit confused. Are you rolling to heal health points or you heal the crit?
Yes, heal health points.
Okay, so he's rolling just his medical aid.
Are you kidding? Oh, that's tech.
Yeah. That's Gunner's.
No LMG for you, I'm afraid.
Push to F5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
3 successes.
All right, so I'm down to 1 damage, so that's good.
All right. So
And
yeah,
But I
that
still
LMG
can't
is.
do anything.
Don't
Mobility.
worry, we got like 3 more to go through, I think.
Yeah, I'm guessing my LMG is like complete trash now, like not even recoverable for
it's like
parts. So
you're trying to sort of take it apart or like break the lock. You wind up fucking up, and now the gun just will not fire at all. Like, it wouldn't fire even if its assigned soldier would actually shoot it. Like, it's inert.
Gunner got a bit fed up, resorted to percussive maintenance with the hammer from his vehicle tools, and that didn't really help. So yeah, there's a smashed up LMG we'll leave on the floor, and we'll try again next time.
Try again next time. All right. So have we really decided on what direction we're heading? Because we could head south, or we could head, north.
So, looking, since we're at Fob Taurus, the lumberyard and industrial land, I expect the lumberyard would be not very well defended, but I imagine a power plant presumably must have a strong presence.
Do we have any intel before the raid about anything about the enemy positions? Or anything
You would know that there's so most of the Separatist presence here is sort of to the south, but they were starting to kind of push up north. And the Harbingers of Ice, the local sort of insurgency, are very unpredictable in their movements, and they just sort of seem to come. Like, the locals here honestly kind of consider them the boogeyman, as in they just like kind of show up out of nowhere. So they could potentially be, at the lumberyard or anywhere else.
Then, because they're heavy presence, I thought maybe we should regroup in the north and near Landstell and Landstell Industrial Lumberyard. I vote regroup up here.
Oh, I think that makes sense as well. If they've just hit Fob Taurus, then and they're predominantly at the south, it would make sense. But because you said the south side was, no. I'm guessing Landstell is like a small town or anything there. Or was it literally just
Yeah,
the?
you would know that like the more developed areas are kind of in like the center south, like center east. I mean, like sort of. Let me just. Like sort of like kind of in this whole area are the more developed regions, because Eckelberg was the original settlement, and they sort of branched out kind of further. And obviously, as they go further out, they're more or less developed areas.
Christ, they have a fort. God.
Sure. I mean, in that case, it makes more sense to go away from the urban places they probably hit first, so we can try and regroup with anyone else who's been pushed back.
So,
Landstell?
yeah, Landstell. I developed a little plan. So, I figured we could like snake around from like the Landstell and try to make it maybe to Fort Helena. See, maybe. Just theory though. First, let's just get the Landstell, see what's there. See if any insurgents about, any people.
Do we know if there's any difference between what's at Landstell versus Dunderstell?
So Landstill is sort of the hub for more industrial kind of stuff. So I would say it's like, but Landstill itself is more like a colony for uh industrial purposes. Like, they set up the geothermal power plant because there was like volcanic activity that could result in power production, and then the lumber yard is right next. Like, Landstill is right next to a forest, so it's like, okay, well, we can get some lumber. Might as well build a lumber yard right next to it. So that's like Landstill itself is sort of a developing settlement, um, but in terms of the like it's mainly just a hub for the actual workers to live, so they don't have to drive like miles upon miles to get to work.
What's Denderstell?
Pretty much the same sort of deal. It's a more kind of frontier town.
Alright.
That is.
Do we know if the IMC had any relations with either of the town since we just set this FOB up?
By relations, you mean what?
Any contact?
Um,
Do you know if we had any units going there maybe to get supplies? Did we use the lumber from Lansdale to build this place?
No. The reason this base exists is like to control a strategic choke point. Um, to get because as I said, so they have a geothermal power plant and a lumber yard, which in terms of resource acquisition, that makes it a juicy target for the Separatists. And so they have the general sort of thing they were doing is like up here and then up from Fort Helena are the only two main access ways to get to this little sector. So they set up this FOB as a quick response location to make it easier for like if those places if like say they get past Fort Helena or they just fly over there, then it's like okay, we're the quick react force. That's what you guys originally were before things went to shit.
Okay.
Quick question: do we have any information about Fort Helena? Anything apart
You
from the
would
fact that it was a garrison?
Yeah,
Apart from
it was
everything else.
probably like you would know that it's sort of the newest of the three major garrisons because you got Fort Annapolis, Fort Juneau, and then Fort Helena that are major installations guarding more strategic. Like as a side note, if like the larger text notes on different places sort of imply that they're bigger places, just so you guys know. Um, like for example, FOB Taurus is smaller text than Fort Helena because it's not as major of an installation. But in terms of like Fort Helena, it was a major installation, bigger than FOB Taurus, but it doesn't really stand out as far as the rest of the.
We don't know if it was overrun or not. Correct?
Yeah. Now the thing is that because the Separatists mainly were getting kind of set up in the south, there's a very strong possibility that it might have.
We don't know.
But yeah, you don't know the current situation there. Like
Alright.
I
the
guess
problem is that the current situation is that as a reminder, the Separatists shattered your fleet and they brought in a whole bunch more guys, so they could have landed like many more guys in the south or even in the north. But Gunnar, you had a question?
no. I think just with the information we have, I think our plan is still go to Lansdale and find out what's either try and regroup, reorganize in some way, get more information if possible. But we're not going to head further into where we know they've just come from. And I feel like maybe we could blow up the power plant at some point. That could be a fun time. But
Boy, they're allies mainly.
No, we have no friends on the planet, really. The
Well, it's not good.
locals are iffy, but
We don't just blow up their power plant because they may or may not be our enemies. You know.
we'll just make them all run around in underwear.
Jesus
Well, the
Christ.
correction is that they're not
Well,
necessarily iffy. They are IMC sympathetic, because the IMC were guarding this planet. So it's a case where they are actually not like willing to do absolutely everything that you ask, but they are willing to like trade with you or that sort of thing. Like it's not a case where you have to
Under us
earn their
aid.
trust.
Instead of the opposite. Okay, cool.
So yeah, no. So we shouldn't blow up their goddamn power plant and just make this whole situation worse.
Yeah, I was like, that's why I was thinking, why would you want to blow up the power plant and leave however many people without power? That's not that's not a way to win friends and influence
I mean,
people.
it's cold. I mean, it's not only cold, but like, come on, this could be
more as like a last resort kind of thing, not as a I feel like blowing up a power plant right now. I was just as a side contingency,
It's on
bit
the
of
bucket list.
industrial sabotage should it come in handy in the future.
So I got another question for you guys, just to really flip the switch.
Yep.
Do we want to drive out to about here and set up an ambush? Because you know that they're going to have to send supplies to this unit here for them to stay here. Because they have
how
no
long
supplies.
is that? How long would that be, though? The problem is, we might not. It might take a long time, and well, we just got overwhelmed.
Plus, if they're expecting to have some kind of radio contact and they can't hail them, then even though we'd have the element of surprise, we're a pretty small force, and if they reinforce that, expecting something to have gone wrong.
They had no long range comms. Because that was one of my questions last time we played.
Okay.
They only had like what we have, short range.
I mean, I'm fine with the ambush. It's just about it's just a matter of how long are we gonna have to wait for them to come for them to come through, and even then,
Yeah,
are we
I
even?
don't know.
So like, I'm fine with it, but I feel like it's just gonna take time that we might not have.
I was just
No,
offering.
I'm saying I'm fine with it. I'm saying I'm fine with your plan. It's just like I said, I'm bringing up the only issue I have with it. That's it. So if you guys want to set up an ambush, fine with it.
I'm
Just
good either
wary.
way. I was just, and that's the thing. We don't know when they're coming because we didn't get the information.
Yes, that's why we made them do the walk of shame. Or we're gonna make them do the walk of shame.
I think I'd prefer to be proactive and going somewhere first, but then also I do like the idea of coming back and setting up an ambush, potentially over the ice river, the bridge.
Really, we could try
about to
blowing
ping.
up the. We could try blowing up the bridge southward to cut them off because we do have RPG warheads. We could make an improvise. Gunner could make an improvised IED. Blow it up.
We could actually. Gunnar could play with all the explosives. He's been rolling so well today.
Yes, he's gonna blow himself up, and we're all gonna die.
Uh,
Yeah, but I would like to point out, no, we have two 58 millimeter rockets. So I don't know if that's enough to build an IED big enough to blow up the bridge, but
I don't know if it'd be
you
able to
know,
blow up the whole bridge, but it could definitely take out a chunk of it.
I mean, a chunk is all we need. I'll say hovercraft, and then we're fucked. But
We could
Cody,
either blow it up or we could jerry rig a mine.
What was your question?
I've got another question. We know that a lot of the troops came from the road to the southeast.
Yep. They
Did
came
we
from here.
see any tracks heading along the river to the northeast?
I would say no.
I mean, do we want to roll around this hill and go do what we were originally told to do and check and see if what's there? Because it must not be that great because they didn't support the attack.
Well, keep in mind the suspected position was right here. If I can fucking ping for some reason, which I cannot.
like,
Yeah, right there.
yeah, it's here.
Like that's where the question mark is the thing. Like, well, for what we've suspected, there might be something over there. That's what they're saying.
Because my whole thing is, if we go to a town, we have nothing to trade. We need some
Oh,
stuff.
rocket launcher.
Yeah, we got a rocket. We got a bunch of weapons we can't use.
Well, that's true, but they don't know that. They don't have to know that.
But I kind of want to know what the hell that is over there.
I mean, it's considering it's not actually in too deep into the enemy lines. I feel like that might not be a bad idea to see, if they have anything of use over here. It's just a matter of how we don't know what kind of force we're expecting. We were the guys looking for him in the first place. So
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fine with just going and taking a look and see what's out there.
Yeah, that sounds good. Did someone have a snowmobile?
Yeah. Riley
Snowmobiles.
does.
So, yeah, no, scatting. That makes sense. Yeah, I think in general, going and actively doing something. And you make a good point about. I mean, we could trade food, but then we probably need food. So, yeah, going and hitting that spot sounds good.
So I'm for parking the IFV up the hill, and then Riley can scout out with snowmobile and see what's over there.
What's the range of the snowmobile?
Are we using the same? I know you didn't give us stats on it. Are we just using the same as bike?
Motorcycle, yeah. Like I figured that would just be easier to say it's like a motorcycle. So the problem is, well, travel speed, on road is 9, off road is 2. And the good news is it only consumes like half a thing of fuel per travel speed, but you do only have like 10 units of fuel for it, so that's something to be conscious of.
Are
Yeah,
we
no, I'm all
using
for carrying the snowmobile up to the mountain over here. Then, since it's not that far of distance, Riley goes like this hex. It scouts out this hex.
are we using motorcycle or dirt bike for the snowmobile?
Oh, I didn't realize dirt bike was a thing. I was just looking at motorcycle. Dirt bike, uh, I guess dirt bike makes more sense. I didn't realize it was a thing, but like, so in this case, it has less fuel, but you can get farther.
And I would probably say crew is 1+1 for. That would be the only thing I would change because you can ride 2 people on.
So I'm gonna add the I made a duplicate of the snowmobile. I'm just gonna add it to the of a dirt bike. I'm just gonna add it to the Bravo Squad folder and then rename it. I'm just mainly doing that to remind myself.
Yep.
And then prototype token, snowmobile. Okay, there we go. So it's dealt with. And I guess that's the plan.
Yeah. Let's go.
Down the bridge, up the hill.
Yeah. So so I guess you send the POWs off to their likely demise.
Their walk of shame.
Yeah. So anyway, so in this case, now the fun bit of and that's not grim sarcasm. In terms of if you want to roll, like I think it was tech, like so radio chat. If you want to monitor the radio, so most military vehicles have built-in radio. If the PCs have an access to radio, one character spends a shift monitoring it. Roll on the table to the right. I already rolled in advance. See if they pick up any chatter. A PC cannot do anything else while manning the radio. So, I guess.
Yep, riding in the back of the IFV. Gunner will hop on the comm slicer and see what we can pick up.
Okay, well, you wouldn't need to use the comm slicer. It's just the radio
Oh,
of the
true.
vehicle.
Yeah.
So, but you do have a specialty that can assist in this. So in this case, you are going to be rolling tech. If
Are there any negative modifiers?
negative.
I've already capped if there's no negatives.
Yeah, there are.
Maybe over specialized my character a little bit, but
Well, tech is sort of like a like a multi-purpose skill. So yeah, it's just a tech roll. Ooh, nice.
that is a bit more like it. I will push that.
Nice. Okay. So what you hear is that like you find this it's not necessarily strategically valuable now, but you've actually heard on Separatist radio chatter that they more or less have complete air and space superiority over Krees. There's actually a discussion about an IMC pilot who has been consistently outgunning and outmaneuvering Separatist units and seldom leaving survivors. And they don't know who the pilot is, and how they're keeping their craft fully armed and fueled up, but figuring out where they're based at is one of their highest priorities.
Is this a reference to something? I
No.
could tell. I have a feeling.
If it is, it's purely unintentional. I sat down and I was just thinking.
What is this planet called?
Krees.
The Ghost of Freeze.
The Ghost of Freeze, the Ukrainian pilot.
Ukraine.
Well, okay, I actually did not know that. I'm being totally honest.
The space MiG-29 pilot that managed to shoot down like half of the.
I didn't even know that.
The space MiG-29.
Oh yeah,
It turns out it was a propaganda trick. Like, it was exposed recently, but at the time, it was the craziest story. It's the greatest story ever told.
Down. He was shooting people down.
No, I mean, like, was it the story of the story itself was fake, but there probably was a Ukrainian pilot that was shooting Russians down, but
Well,
like
I
the ghost of
swear
Sep.
I was not. I did not know about that. Like I just
But
was.
yeah, no, the ghost of Freeze. Jesus Christ. I was like, wait, is he really referencing the ghost of
I'm not. I swear. But yeah. So you do hear about that there is actually like apparently you do still have some sort of air support, like just kind of like lingering around somewhere. You pick that up on the over Separatist comms, and then eventually, but like you don't really hear anything else because you sort of like lose the signal.
This is very uncanny.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's
So
fine.
who's our driver?
Drakelstein is, from what I remember.
Well, I know he's manning the radio.
No, we
Oh.
had. Was it NPC or another player who was good at driving?
If Gunner is on the radio, then I'd be driving because I think I'm second best. Yeah.
Or if worst comes to
So
worst, you could have Mike run him over Reynolds Drive, and you could man the gun.
I mean we could, but I feel like he's gonna run over a landmine. It's a hunch. It's a hunch.
So who's our heavy gunner?
I am.
Then you be the gunner. Gunner's more important than the driving.
Alright, fair enough then. I mean, yeah, alright, fair enough then. But then who's driving? Because Gunner is
Mike.
well, maybe the radio.
Run him over will drive. Gunners on comms. You're on gun.
Alright then. I found that.
God, that's just so fucking crazy about that goes to freeze. As I swear I didn't know about any of that. It's like I picked the planet like months ago, and then I thought of the events like a few weeks ago, like the different radio chatter things. So that's just crazy. But anyway,
It'd be a very uncanny thing if he actually did fly Space MiG-29.
no, it's not a MiG. I'll say that much as a slight spoiler. It's not a MiG.
Damn it.
So, anyway, I need to just check something real lickety split. There is so as you are traveling along the road, I will move our token right about here. I'm going to switch us over to a map because we be having an event.
What do you know? It's the hex that I was saying was ambush.
Okay, so I'm going to activate this. So we'll wait for that to load.
Would have been very embarrassing if we got ambushed on our way to make an ambush.
Oh my god. So just waiting for are you guys still loading?
Yeah,
Yeah.
97.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just give everybody some time to load in.
Don't know if it's maybe frozen on 97, if we're all on 97.
I'm on, so I'm frozen, so I'm just gonna refresh the page.
Oh, that's for a second there it looked like you connected to the thing, but it's not that complex a map. So I don't know why it's having issues.
Yeah. 97.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell the deal is.
Maybe it switches out of the map and switches back in.
Sure. I don't know if it's the snow effect that's causing the problems or not, but
Yeah, turn the snow effect off.
okay.
See if we can get in there.
Configure, and then weather effect, turn that off, and then okay. All right, so the snow effect is off. On the map. Sebastian, are you still connecting?
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, it
snow
was the snow.
effects. Fine.
You there?
Yeah.
No, I was talking to Drakelstein.
Alright.
I don't know if he stepped away or not. Okay. I'm guessing he might have, but he didn't say anything in the chat. Okay, so I would say I need to check a certain rule while he's away. Not necessarily specifically like to him, but I figure it's a good time as any. So so oh shit, he disconnected. Hopefully it's not a case like laser rifle where he stays disconnected.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, I don't think, especially what I have planned in general, I don't think would work with 2 players. But anyway, we'll just try to continue as is. Okay, so you guys are driving along here, I'm assuming, like just kind of following the road like this. I need whoever has the highest recon to do a recon roll. It is a passive recon, I believe. Let me just double check that. I think it's a pass. I'll just stick with that. Say it is. And
Where
yeah,
did our people go?
or what?
I don't see us.
You don't see it in what?
I'd say the
On the
IFV.
map.
You
I
don't
don't
see?
see icons at all.
Oh, I
I
mean,
see them.
you don't see it?
I can't even click recon. I think I'm bugged. I'm gonna refresh. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay. But K-Town, you can see?
I can see, yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright.
think I was bugged. I couldn't even roll recon.
Oh, okay. His router decided to restart itself. Okay. So, but it works now?
I'm popping in now.
Okay.
I'm at 97.
What the fuck? I mean, because I turned off the snow, and I saw you were in the...
Yeah, I was in. I saw you move the people down the road, and then I went to click recon, and it just I looked back at the map and we're there.
That's very weird.
I mean, it's not even that big.
Yeah, that's very strange. Welcome back. Yeah, we're just, Tom's currently having technical difficulties. In the meantime, I'm trying to figure out something, like, related to the game itself.
I've partially done by tethering off my phone, which will be fine. But
Okay.
yeah, Router it just didn't want to exist
There.
anymore. So I mean, I can try and fiddle with stuff more now, but whenever it works, I'll try and resolve that properly. But good to go for a moment. Let's get back into the Foundry game.
Tom, is it working now?
Yep.
Good. Alright. So, in the
So
meantime...
it's-
Alright, so, I will reveal this. So, now what that means is we're going to be rolling initiative, because,
Where is our IFV, by the way?
I didn't drag the token onto the map. It's
Alright.
assumed that you all are riding along in it, but I will drag it onto the map. That's it's right there. Well, I'll just
Big
say it's in
boy.
the same hex as all of you guys. Or actually, what I'll do is I'll just drag you up and then drag it right there. And I'm assuming it would be facing this way. Because if you're just driving down the road making the turn. So now what we need to do is I'm going to drag it out of the way for a second because I don't want it to get caught up in the initiative thing. So let's see. Toggle combat state.
Add me a second time.
It did what?
You
Yeah.
gotta add me
Right,
a second time.
right. So I gotta make you, and then make you, and then add toggle combat state, and then let me just check the combat tracker. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run these guys in groups of 2, like 2 groups. So, remove, and then,
Oh, you know, I screwed up that passive. Should have minus.
should have what? Oh, -2. Well, no, we'll just stick with it. And,
But,
hold
oh,
on.
I have 2 pluses, so I would have only been -1.
Alright, so, and then I need to roll all, and then, these, they're going to be, because they succeeded, they get the first 2 spots. Or actually, yeah, like, technically, yeah. So, there's that, and then Riley, which of those initiatives do you want?
The top one.
Okay. So you want the top one, so I'll remove, hold on, this one, and then I'll remove that token and just move that there. Okay, so I need to, actually what would make more sense is for that to happen like that. Why isn't it let me drag that down? That's very unusual. Whatever. So I'll just run them in a reverse order. So, begin combat. So, this, like, you actually would see movement in the in these rocks to the right. Like anybody who's looking at like viewports, you would actually see like sort of movement. And this, like, you see, got 2 guys like right here, scurry into cover here.
You
Next,
blended them into so much I couldn't even see them. I pulled out too far. I thought it was rocks.
okay, and then I need to measure something.
We have thermal optics.
What?
Does our IV have gunner thermals?
Yes. So that's
Just
what I
wanna
mean.
make
Like you would have seen them. So I need to measure something real quick. In terms of hexes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So next is there's a guy who's going to aim and fire what looks like a pretty big gun. But he's going to be firing it at a -1.
And we're moving.
So, and you're moving, so yeah, I got to check the modifiers. Where are ranged combat modifiers? Okay, so he already aimed. He's at medium range -1. The target is moving, so it's -2 overall. So let's see. Back to this. Then -2. Let's see, does he hit? He hits. So that is, because it's a side shot, what is your armor? Let's see. Side armor is 4. So he fires, hold on, what did he have loaded? Because this weapon has 2 different kinds of ammo. He had an armor piercing round, which I can't remember how much that is, in terms of damage. are. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to get this sorted out. AP is -1. Does 6. So you're taking a total of. Oh Jesus Christ! I think that would be 4 damage. Armor penetration from a fucking massive anti-vehicle rifle.
Oh, it
So,
penetrates with 4?
yes, because it had well, actually it's damage 6, so it'd actually be 3 damage going through. So 3 damage going through. So now we're going to roll penetration.
Oh, he had a total of 6, right?
Yeah, the
Didn't
damage
he have
6.
-1 armor?
Yeah,
He had
-1
-1?
armor. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so you have 4 armor.
Oh.
So he would have normally done 2, but the armor -1 means it's 3.
Alright.
So now I need to roll component.
Roll D10.
I know, I'm trying to find roll table. There it is.
84.
Yeah, I see it. Ruh-roh.
Dead.
Jesus
Can this, I
Christ.
mean, can we just start this game over? Because this is like worst game. Nothing goes.
That goes right.
Well, I mean, if you want me to re-roll it this time, I will. Or it can be a more dramatic point in the story.
We're gonna just all die right now.
Not
Tell you.
necessarily. Not
Or
necessarily.
Phil's gonna. It's
Because
it's
what
Hey,
happens
Piro.
what happens is the in looking in some vehicle combat, if the fuel gets destroyed, what that does is, where the hell is fuel? I was just saw it. So the fuel is, if the attack inflicts 1 point of damage or more, the tank will leak. The maximum fuel capacity is halved until the damage is repaired. Any fuel currently in the tank and then reduce any excess damage. If the damage was from an explosive attack, which this was not, or actually, hold on, what does this?
it
weapon?
is.
Oh, actually, no,
Oh,
it doesn't. No, no,
But
no,
all
no, no, no.
three,
The,
all
the,
It's
three
an
points
AP
go down.
round.
the AP
It's an
round
AP
does not
round.
have. Yeah, it doesn't have blast.
Why would an AP round have blast?
I'm saying it doesn't.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm
Yeah.
saying to
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no,
anyway,
it's
so
like
if the damage was from explosive attack, so it wasn't. So basically, you're just losing fuel.
yeah.
And it only is a case of any excess damage hits another component, which if you go back up to the top, that would be the radio. And then, so it takes, the reliability rating of the radio goes down by 1 for each point of damage. So basically it takes, a typical radio has reliability rating of 1, so then the commander gets hit. Do we have a commander?
No. No.
Yeah, me.
Uh,
I'm in the commander's seat
okay, 1 point of
because that's
damage.
how I can save.
But you have armor, so you wouldn't take any damage. Although your armor might be damaged. I'm trying to remember what the ablation rules. Do you remember which thing that's under?
Well, I think the fuel takes all the hits, doesn't it?
No, it says if,
Because or more.
if 1 point of damage or more, the tank will leak. Any fuel currently in the tank in excess of the reduced capacity is immediately lost. Any excess damage, so well, it says excess damage, so I think it's just 1 point of damage hits the tank, and that's what causes it to leak. So I think with that in mind, it would be a case where it goes back up to the top and it takes out the radio, and then it takes out, like, it hits the commander. So the good news is that it's not really fatal damage. So that is that guy's turn. So you saw this like giant, like this muzzle flash, and then this round just bang, just hits, like slams against the tank. You all feel it. The round actually penetrates, and then like there's a bit of a, I guess, cosmetic blast, not literally the blast effect, but like, you know, the fuel, you like, whoever's monitoring like wah, 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 like an alarm saying like fuel tank hit. and then like the radio also gets. You also notice the radio suddenly gets knocked out, sparks a little bit. Um, so that was that group's turn.
Wait, we still need to do a COF roll because we got penetrated, right?
Yes. So
Everybody
everybody
does.
rolls cuff.
Now, what is our unit morale right now? B?
Uh, the problem is that the commander. That's something we should have like the squad leader. And that's something we should have addressed, but I totally forgot. I guess we'll just hand wave and say like that Jensen and Lillian went out to scout and they never came back. And that's the story of Lillian and Jensen. But anyway, so I guess your unit morale would be whatever Arnbjorn has. And he's got a command of D, so your unit morale is D. Oh, and he also should have healed a point of health. I don't know why he didn't. So he's going to command of D, roll a unit morale.
At least the gunner isn't suppressed.
Oh wait, oh that's why did I roll Tobias? Oh, it's because I had his token selected, and then, but Arnbjorn fails on his turn. He's gonna jump out of the vehicle, and then we need to see what Run Him Over Reynolds does. And he's got that. All right, he succeeds. Oh, I should have added the NPCs to the turn order. Don't be me. Let me just add these guys and then roll. Oh, they are apparently. I'll just keep them at the end of the turn order. So okay, it is Riley's turn.
Um,
Oh, hold on, wait. We're missing a coolness and fire. Gunner, are you there?
Drackelstein, you're muted. There we go.
Sorry, yep, I'm here. Just about to roll.
Okay.
Success.
There we go. Okay, so
alrighty, I am. Um, okay, I am out of the vehicle.
okay, you jumped out.
Yep.
So that would be a fast action to disembark. I think that's a fast action. Let me just double check the actions. Actions. So I'm fast actions. So it is enter exit vehicle is actually a slow action. So you use your slow action to GTFO, and then you got a fast action, which I'm assuming is to run.
I can't. Driving me nuts.
Oh, because of the crit?
Yes. I'm about to do it anyway and just take the damage.
I'm a bit confused why you jumped out of the vehicle if you succeeded your coolness under fire.
I can't fight in the thing.
Oh, you get command?
He doesn't
I'm
have
not a
command.
commander.
Yeah, he doesn't have command.
I'm a scout. I'm a fighter, and I'm.
Yes. I mean, I suppose what you could do is you could like hit the dirt and then aim if you wanted to.
I was trying to go here, but it's like one hex too far. All right, I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
No, you know what? Yeah. And then I go prone.
All right. So you go there and you're prone. That is your turn. Oh, I didn't mean to have to bias, so I'm going to remove him. Oops. Remove command. And then I don't know why the sniper is here. Remove command. So I'll just move those guys aside. Okay, so Matthias, it is now your turn. So you currently, yeah, you saw the anti-vehicle rifle blasted you from this position.
Can I see them though? Because from here it looks like the rock is obscuring it. But I'm
Well, I would
wondering
say he
then.
would have sort of like leaned aside a little bit, so you would actually have.
You can shoulder an anti-tank rifle. Jesus Christ!
Well, he didn't
That's
really
not a-
like he wasn't he was prone. I should have specified that.
Okay.
Like these guys just as in a medicine, they actually like they set up an ambush. They spent time preparing. So like this guy was waiting, like he was prone with his AVR waiting for targets, and that happened to be you.
Can I see him? Can I see him prone then?
Yes, you have thermals.
Okay. Then in that case, I would like to try to shoot him with what is it? With the autocannon.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Yeah, no, we are. I'm not taking chances.
Oh dear
I'll
God.
just
Now
please
before
just
you
get a
roll,
mag.
there are modifiers for heavy weapons. If you're firing at an individual, that is -2. What is the range of the autocannon?
It is it has a range of 20.
20. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 11, 12. Yeah, you could definitely hit him.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. Okay, so where is my character? Okay, I do believe I have vehicle gunners, so it's a +1. And how much minuses?
It's just -2 because of
Alright, so it's just
the
minus.
distance, or not the distance, the fact that you're firing at a person with a giant autocannon.
Yeah, right. Then in that case, vehicle gunner should help out. And why waste auto cannon? Nah, I'll see how this goes. Okay, I blew his head off. I blew his head off. I
Oh
really.
dear.
All right, so hold on. I want to see if the HE actually does more damage. Let's see. Okay, it has a blast of D. I don't know if that helps.
I haven't actually hit this other guy.
Well, the 30 millimeter cannon has a damage of 6.
The H has damage of 5 though, but
Well,
here's the thing: it has blast.
yeah.
That's
So the shot completely obliterates. Like it would. What's the crit on that?
3. So
Okay.
it's 2 crits to the head.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Dead.
Oh god. Yeah. So he just got completely decimated by this fucking autocannon.
No, wait, so that means not only does this boy have to roll cuff, he takes shrapnel damage from the explosion.
Yeah. What's the damage on that? Is it 2d6?
I think for blast radius D is 2d6.
Okay, so 2d6. I'm gonna roll. See what the. Okay, so there's no blast damage, but he is going to make a coolness under fire, and he succeeds.
God damn it.
But yeah,
Well,
the guy with the big anti-tank rifle, like his head fucking explodes because he got a headshot with an autocannon. Oh dear. Okay, so Gunner, it's your turn.
So since I'm just sat, not in any particular seat, one guy's jumped out. I'm guessing dropping a smoke grenade on opposition wouldn't be terribly helpful since you've just melted one of their faces. And mine are just to kind of sit inside. I know that's not terribly helpful. It's not sure what would actually be useful. Do we have gun ports
Um,
in the IFB?
that's a good question. I didn't really think about that. If you want, like, what do you guys think? Would that be within reason? And if Tom, if you want to retcon that you could fire from the gun port, if so.
I don't think they have gun ports that because they're uh,
Well, in that case, I guess we'll go with no for now.
That is totally fine.
Alright. Now, I would say this. No, never mind. So you can. Hold on. Does this thing have a coax like top-mounted turret? No. I mean, I know the picture does, but that's just the best I could find for what I sort of had in mind for this thing. So if you want to disembark, that is a slow action.
I could take over driving.
Okay, you want to
Does
switch
that make
seat?
sense?
Yeah, you want to switch seat with Mike?
Yeah, I guess because I've got the best driving right with BB, so I could switch with Mike.
Mike, yeah, let me see what he's got. He's got BD.
Sure. So I'll switch position with Mike so he can just sort of exist.
So let me clarify. So the Bradley does have firing ports, but everything I'm reading, it's you really can't aim, and it's just spray and fire. And then what happens is when people are shooting inside the vehicle fills up with fumes, and then you choke to death. Let alone that it's suicide to stay in there and fight. It
Okay.
doesn't have a lot of armor.
Oh God. Okay, so in that case, no. They probably would have in like the 200 years between now and then, or then and now rather. Then they're like, yeah, this probably will get soldiers killed faster than the enemy would kill them, so they take out the gun ports. Okay, so in that case, no to the gun ports. It's pretty much just the turret.
That
Now,
is fine. So I'll swap. What speed do you want swapping seats to be?
Probably just a fast action, maybe.
Drive is a fast action anyway, so
Okay.
I guess I'll swap seats and drive where I'm driving to. If anyone has a preference of where to drive to,
I mean,
just at them.
was it? I have a preference of driving it like so that we're not facing their cover, so that way I could blow this guy's brains out. I can blow this guy's brains out easier. The other guy's brains out.
That sounds good. What's the speed of this thing?
The speed off road or the combat speed off road is 4.
Only 4.
Maybe to what's the speed on road?
5.
go off road. I'm over this.
Like I get up to here because 4 is going to be like there. I feel like it makes more sense to go on the north side of them than the south
4?
side.
No, 4 would
Some
be like
cover.
1, 2, 3, 4 to like right here.
Oh sure, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, we'll do that and adjust the facing
Okay,
obviously to
yeah.
make sense in that.
Yeah, you can rotate it
situation.
however you want, like how you want to be facing it. I'm assuming it would probably be facing straight ahead.
Yeah, it'll be facing the direction, but it's going, so it'll be side on to them still.
Well, it'll be probably
Yeah, like
it'll be
that.
side to this group here, but not to the guy with like the guy who just got his head blown up.
I would
didn't zoom out
suggest
on the
you go
map
here.
enough to see the second group further back. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's fine.
What'd you say, Tim?
What?
I
Wait,
would
hold on.
suggest turning yourself this way because you just took the heavy additive over here. I doubt they have 2 over there. You don't know what these 2 have. So I
No,
would
we
turn
took out
straight
this
up to
one.
them.
Took out
No, this is the guy you killed.
No, it's actually that one.
Wait.
The
You
guy
guys
over.
didn't see them over there.
Yeah. You
Okay.
just saw this guy right here. He was the one who leaned out with an anti-vehicle rifle and got his head blown up as a result.
Oh.
That's why I said I would probably turn towards this hex. That way you get your front to
Sure.
them if
Yeah,
they come
yeah.
out with an RPG.
Yeah, so that will be my turn. Swapping seats, fast action, drive, fast action. That's me done.
Okay. So Arnbjorn, because he failed his coolest under fire, is now his turn. He's going to dive out of the fucking thing because he failed his coolest under fire. So he gets out of the slow action and then moves. Here is a fast action and drops prone. So let me just status effects, prone. And then now Mike Runamover Reynolds is just sort of chilling in the driver's seat, sort of impatiently Probably silently wishing he was driving so he could run people over. Next is this group. As I said, I'm going to be ruling like these two people as two different groups. So these guys are going to flank around like this, and seeing. Oh, I should probably move these guys over here. Seeing the only one
Can
that
I get a recon roll?
yeah, it would be passive, but you could get a recon.
No, I'm infiltrating. So when I
Oh.
go down in the snow, I'm trying to hide.
Yeah, okay.
Because they didn't see me because that rock when I
Yes.
jumped out. All right, I'm pushing that. God.
I saw it land
okay.
on like two 12s, and about to land on 2 12s, then it lands on 5. I got depressed.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah. Okay, so that would be one stress. Yep. And then so they turn around the corner. They don't see you. Or like this guy goes here. He doesn't see you, but he does see the medic. And is going to fire on him with, I guess, hold on, specify what weapon. They'll say this guy is like a marksman, so he's going to fire with a rifle. And I need to check the modifiers. He probably won't have, well, he will have the target prone, but I don't remember what that one is. Where's range combat? There it is. So prone target is -1, and he's quick shooting, that's -2. So he's shooting with -3. He's trying to hip fire.
What's his range?
He's definitely within range. Like the range of his rifle is 9, and Armbjorn is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes away. So he's shooting at -3.
Oh, ignoring light. Otherwise, the battle takes forever.
Ignoring light.
Yeah, because we're. Oh no, we're not night. Sorry.
Yeah, it's still the morning hex or morning shift. So he this guy's like firing with a DMR and he's not hitting anything. So that's this guy, and then this group is going to probably seek cover and just stay down for the time being. And then now it's Riley's turn. I also should have made them roll recon to spot you, but it is what it is. So for now you're free to jump them.
Was it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I was like, wait, man, you just Riley. It's me.
No, yeah, I was like,
I know. I was sitting here going, whose turn is it? Is it Drax? And I go, wait a minute. He said Riley. That's me. Alrighty, I will move into here. And take show
all right,
cover.
taking cover. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Matthias.
I'm in a real target-rich environment. So, okay. This man made the bad mistake of peeking. So, aim and shoot this guy with the autocannon.
Use your heavy machine gun.
It's not as satisfying. You see,
Yeah,
we have 300 rounds of HE. I think wasting 1 on this guy for the guaranteed kill isn't too bad. Actually,
we have
you know what?
300.
We have what is it? We have 340, and we're down to like 339 right now.
You only fired 1 shot?
I only fired 1. That was 1 shot.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's all you need is 1 shot with these
Yeah,
guys.
it's an autocan.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't push. You know. Besides, was it if I land the hit anyway, there's blast, so I could hit this guy too on top of it. So, like, because of the fact they're in cover, I'm just gonna use the HE. All right, let me just get this out.
Wait, use HE.
What?
Use your HE rounds.
Yeah, no,
Don't
I'm
use.
saying I'm
Okay.
saying I have HE loaded. That's why I
Okay.
wanted to use the autocannon instead of the machine gun. Sake of effort. So, I assume there's no negative modifier since he's not really in cover. He's not really that far away.
Yeah, he's not in cover. So let me. I mean, I always just check. But I mean, there's the -2, or it was -1 or -2 for shooting at a guy. I will just double check that. You are shooting at a person, which is -2.
All right. Wow, that's another headshot.
My God, dude.
Very consistent, you know.
Oh my god.
I'll roll the 2d6 for blast.
Oh dear boy. Oh dear god.
God damn it, no blast. But so he's dead.
Enemy delete us. Alright.
More like his head just stopped existing. Missed.
Oh dear god. So that guy is dead. That'll be your turn, Gunner.
I feel like it makes sense to drive. So it's 4 pick 1, 2, 3, 4. Drive to like here, because then it'll push this guy further around where the guys who've jumped out can have at him.
We get closer to.
And we can't really. Yeah, it still gets closer. It's the same amount of forward movement. But also it means it'll push them round. Those two guys get pushed to the south side of that rock rather than the north side where they maybe still have cover from this for the guys on the ground. So here.
Can you use your other action to drive more, or like you can't
Yeah.
move?
Yeah, you can double
Okay,
move
then
with driving.
you can double drive or
And you can roll drive to gain more hexes too.
yeah.
Just like you run with mobility.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure if it was the same thing, because then in that case, I feel like we can make it to probably over here, and we'd be in a better spot because we exposed this guy. Oh, another thing.
Yeah. Can I push the drive? Can I roll for drive
Yes.
twice if I take
Yeah.
it twice?
Well, yeah, if you take
Guess I'll
2
roll.
moves, you can do it once per move. And you can push it
Sure.
if you want.
Okay.
I mean,
Will
we have enough speed to just make it over here. It's probably the best spot.
Love you.
I mean,
yeah,
it's up
then
to
I
you,
may as
right?
well take 2 chances at rolling the drives rather than having to push the vehicle.
All right, that's
So,
fine.
any modifiers?
Not really, not that I can think of.
We don't have any terrain because we're a hovercraft.
Well, yeah, it's not like you're driving over
Sure.
rocks, you're just driving over open snow. Okay,
Ooh,
so
nice. 2 more hexes.
2 successes, and then I have the other flat 4 movement. So I guess I'll 1, 2, 3, like go next to this tree.
Yep.
Now
and I could
roll it again.
push
If you can get
again.
another 2, you can run them
Yeah.
over.
Run them over.
Oh, that's
with
the point.
our-
Actually, if I maybe they're next to a rock, so I feel like maybe it isn't so feasible. But
We
if I
might
could go
hit
to
the
here
rock.
rather than the one above, I'll roll again.
What hex? I think here's best. Or here.
Yeah, unless I fully tuck, either here or here.
All right. Then. Yeah, it's like
I'll go
here.
this one.
Alright, so that's where you go.
Yeah, that's the turn. I guess facing wise,
Spin it around.
pointing downwards.
Okay, so you spin it around like here.
Yeah. So even that guy up here would be a side rather than a back.
Okay, so you're facing that guy. Arnbjorn in the meantime is going to roll his coolness to fire. I think it's he's able to roll coolness to fire now to try to get back up.
Correct.
So he's going to roll. There we go. So he is
All
back
right.
up. But he's still going to be prone, and then he still has a slow action.
No, he's turns over.
Okay. All right.
It's
And
they changed that for beta. Now it's the whole turn to
oof.
recover.
Okay. So Mike, it just kind of sits in the passenger seat. And this guy is going to. I'll probably also move Mike over to these guys and just kind of know that you're over by this. This dude is going to probably step out and fire at Armbjorn again. And he also has a rifle, so he's going to be at a -3 still. -3. Oh my god. He doesn't take any damage or weapon damage, though, because he can't push because literally everything was a fucking 1.
Hey, that looks like one of my rolls.
Oh dear. So he did that. So he just quick shot, and then that's his turn. These guys. So this one dude is going to move 1 hex, grab the AVR, and then use the other half of his moves to get behind this. And then this guy is going to move 2, and he's going to just loop around like here, so he's not like directly in the Predator's line of fire. And that's their turn. Riley.
All right, so Riley will aim and target him. So we are at medium range, so it's -1. I think that's the only modifier, right?
Yeah.
So it's equal because I have rifle.
Yep. Ooh. So that's probably enough to kill him. So that's, let's see, 3, 4 damage, and that crits on 3. Well, that's assuming you use the ammo dice hit to.
Yep.
Okay, so
All
alright, he dies.
alrighty.
Next is Matthias.
Jesus, this man really should not have woken up today. He's not gonna wake up again. Right. So autocannon round into this man's face. That is just...
Are you gonna do a called shot to try to hit him in the face again?
Nah, I'm not gonna risk it.
Headshot Hammerfell.
Headshot Hammerfell. Alright. Maybe my streak ends.
Nope.
Okay, I got a torso hit, but
I mean, you
I
still
got
hit
a
him.
hit nonetheless.
Okay,
Weird.
so that is, and you factored in the -2 for shooting at a
Well,
person.
yeah, because what is it? I only got a -1 because of the fact I have the vehicle gunner perk.
Okay, so in that case, he is dead.
Camera wasn't a headshot. Alright, enter.
I mean, you still headshot. What was it? 2 people?
Yeah.
Okay, gunner.
My Foundry connection has gone a bit weird, but I drive to wherever it makes it easiest to shoot anyone remaining. Is there anyone remaining?
Yeah, one guy.
Presumably someone.
Yeah.
Drive to see him or try to run him over if he's within 8 hexes. I won't push any rolls.
4.
Okay.
He's within 4, so you can definitely run.
Let's run them over, but someone might have to roll for me.
All right.
Yeah, the run him over rules is you have to have an action in order to do it. So
Oh
you
well,
have
that's
to be
definitely
able
doable.
to move him in the first action, and then you can run him over the next time. It's the dumbest.
All right. So I will roll your driving to see if you move further. You get exactly 1 hex. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you could hit him.
Let's go for that.
So this like hover Jedi becomes like racing around the corner, and this guy like he just caught his breath after picking up the AVR. He turns around, and then the last thing he sees is the fucking grill of the vehicle ramming him. And so you did that driving roll was to get an extra hex, by the way. So does he have to roll driving again to run the guy over?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh my
God, you got 4 successes, dude. But he still gets a mobility roll.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna help him, but nope.
Oh, he critted that. He took it in the face.
I'm gonna roll hit location just to see if he can run over.
Yeah. 7 damage you just did to him.
5 is arm for some reason.
Well, I like the idea that the hoverjets just ripped off whichever arm it hit, and I know just oil away his flesh. That sounds kind of fun, right?
Oh dear God. Okay, so he's dead. Okay, that's that combat. So, nicely done. No casualties for you except for them. So
That anti-tank rifle.
what? What about the anti-tank rifle?
I'm just saying, it looks interesting. That's all.
Yeah. If you guys want to loot the enemies, you can.
Did you
I mean,
take
that's
our
not
fuel off?
I did not. We were actually, I was about to address that. So let me just double check the vehicle crits again. So, let's see. So you had half a tank left. Like starting. Oh, actually, did you subtract? No, you haven't really traveled, so you haven't traveled the full thing, so you haven't subtracted any gas yet, which is good. The tank will leak. The maximum fuel capacity is halved. Until the damage is repaired. So basically, yeah, it's the only real damage so far is you're down from 250 max to 125 max. So I'm gonna write a note on the vehicle sheet. Oh shit, that's not the actual. Hold on, is that token synced? Come on, what the fuck? Andrew, don't fucking freeze up on me now. Token. Okay, I guess it doesn't want to do that, which is totally fine.
All right, so I marked our fuel damaged and our radios out of commission.
Okay. On the notes?
Oh wait, did you hit the antenna or the radio?
Hit the radio.
Okay.
So because for some reason it's not letting me open the prototype token thing on the vehicle. And then I want to fiddle with it right now.
And don't we have a fire control system? Didn't we have a
fire control? Yeah, the fire control system is only for like the weapons. It's not actually like fire suppression.
Right. But it wasn't checked. But we have that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, it actually is checked on the.
I just checked it.
Oh, okay. That'll probably be why. So, but yeah, your fuel capacity is halved. And yeah, I see the spoils of war thing. I'll add this stuff post game, so we're not like bogging like waiting on me to fucking add it all.
You didn't add it from last time either, did you?
I did. Yeah, look in
Where's
cargo.
it at?
I added all the rifles, rifles, the rocket launcher, the LMGs, and then the single shotgun in the party IFE. It's in cargo.
Oh, okay.
I also added
Okay.
the amount of ammo that those weapons had, and then like I said in the chat, it's like the way I'm handling it is that each reload you salvage off of a guy will have like a quarter of its ammo capacity. So I already
Okay.
factored that in as well. So you do have all the guns that you got from the Separatist soldiers, and we'll add the guys that you get from these harbingers later on. But so now, what's your next course of action? Are you going to stay here to
And
repair the vehicle, or?
now, the other question I have is the rocket launcher. Are we able to use that, or do we have to unlock that one too?
To unlock everything, I
Yeah,
think.
the Separatists lock all their weapons, but the Harbinger's device do not. So, like, for example, if you
Okay.
wanted to use the anti-vehicle rifle or any of the guns that these guys dropped, you absolutely could.
Okay.
Question: Is there a roof? Is there any roof-mounted weapons for the commander to use on the IFE?
That's what I was mentioning last time that I don't think there would be.
Is there a pintle mount I could use on the roof? Because if so, then I would like to mount my LMG just in case the commander wants to use it.
Well, I mean, the thing I'm thinking of, I guess actually I'll retcon and say there is a machine gun you can use, because after all, I did write that there's a secondary, yeah, pintle mounted. I totally forgot about that. I didn't look. I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't. But yeah, there is a secondary HMG mounted onto the roof of this Predator.
Is it the rocket launchers at the commander spot?
Hold on a second. I gotta restart audio engine. What was that?
He's
The rocket launcher on the commander spot? No, the missile launcher is, yeah, it's controlled by, it's one of the primary weapons, so it's like hull mounted alongside the cannon.
yeah, it's on the turret. Yeah.
Yeah, so the missile launcher is controlled by the commander, and then the gunner can mount the HMG on the top of the turret. So what's the plan?
Do they just want to collect their gear and get out of here?
Oh, with that.
I'll also need a medic.
Okay, so you want, well, the medic to heal the crit?
No, just he's got to reduce damage.
Okay, so he will roll his medical aid. Let's see how many successes
Sorry
he...
if you hear a crying dog. My wife decided to puppy.
The what?
Besides, 10-week-old puppy.
I'm catching little bits of that.
Sorry, I'm eating a donut, and she's trying to get to. Okay, sorry, I had the mic away from my mouth, and I got a 10-week-old puppy in my.
Oh, okay. So, but anyway, so you guys, I will reactivate the world map. I'll add, like I said before, I'll add the gear, from these guys later on. I just don't want to spend like time just going like, okay, this and then that and then that. So I'll add that post game if you are all fine with that. Otherwise, I can take a few moments to add it now.
That's fine. They don't have loot boxes, Twilight, do they?
Like little crates with them? No, they just have what was on their person.
No. It's Pathfinder has loot box. Warhammer does,
Oh,
but it's in the primary, so you can add stuff in there. And you drop the loot box. Players, if they want.
well, I would say in this case, no.
Okay.
You were saying something, Matthias?
No.
Okay, so Anyway, so yeah, Arnbjorn, he rolled his medical aid. He got a 7, like a success.
Yep.
So
That's. I can't get rid of the other one. See,
because he what?
um, the one is from previous that he's already used his basic first aid kit. He has to use his medical tools in order to get rid of that one.
Get rid of the point of damage or the crit?
The point of damage.
Okay, so he's got to use his let's see, tools. Oh, he's got, so he used one of the med kits on you, and then he's got like so currently he's down to one med kit, one surgical instruments, and then he also actually has pain relievers.
No, he needs to use his surgical equipment because they're an upgrade over first aid kits. And he doesn't have to use the first aid kit either.
Oh, so let me just do first. Okay, in that case, add that to 2. So he's gonna. So you want him to re-roll or?
Yep.
Okay, so
Using his surgical gear.
okay, so let's see, surgical. Plus. Well, it said gets +1 to medical aid, but only when treating fatal critical injuries.
Correct.
Okay.
You don't give me. You just do a basic medical. But he's using his surgical gear. Surgical gear are enhanced over the first aid, so it's kind of a cheesy way to get 2 healing rolls. All right, I'm good there. Now we just got to get rid of the crit once we rest.
Okay. So anyway, so you guys are. I'll move the tokens aside. Let's bias aside. So this encounter took place here. So in the meantime, you will be driving here. And then also, I think up the road, like now that you're driving off road, I believe that's going to be, like a certain kind of role for travel. Let me see, just travel. For off road, I think there's a, and I also need to, before I forget, I need to roll the weather again. /RD6. Oh, not good. Yeah, the weather, it's by this point it's actually starting to pretty get much more rougher, like as in like basically blizzard. And this is not in your favor because uh now you're gonna have to drive off road to um to get to your destination.
Are we in a hovercraft?
Yes, you're in a hoverjet
Yeah.
vehicle. But the
That doesn't matter.
the problem is that you're dealing with like a very heavy blizzard. And where is driving? Okay. If you drive off road into a new terrain type during a shift, you need to make an additional roll, and heavy rain, but in this case blizzard, you get a -2 modifier. If you fail, you suffer a mishap. Okay, so now Matthias, are you driving or is Gunner?
I thought Gunner was driving.
Okay,
Right, Steve?
yeah, you there?
Yeah, since it's kind of a difficult drive, will get me on it. That
Okay,
makes my sense.
All right, so you're going to be driving, so it's going to be a um hold on, default like definitely -2, but then also for terrain type, I need to check. First, for open terrain, it's going to be um actually a +1, so it's actually just -1 overall.
Okay. We'll push that.
There
Ooh.
you go.
1 success.
Good. So I need to fucking go back to driving. Okay. So that is if you drive off-road into a new terrain type during the shift, you need to make an additional roll. So you're basically going to be you're now here because this is a new terrain type of hills. You're now going to be, the terrain modifier for that is just a flat driving, but there's still the -2 for the heavy snow.
We'll push again. One
There you go.
success.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so before I know it was brought up that Riley wanted to stop here and scout.
So on
It-
him.
The question, the thing is remember these squares aren't close. Is it 10 kilometers or 100 kilometers? These squares?
10. I think if memory serves.
I can never.
I think it's 10. So either way, I'll just
10
stick with that.
kilometers is pretty far.
Oh, not as far as 100.
Right.
Do we want to go to the adjacent hacks and then send them out?
That's what I'm thinking, especially
Let's-
if it's a blizzard.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. The visibility will be so bad that you'll need to be like up next to them to scout anything anyway.
All right.
What my
So
plan is, if we can get to that hex, then we've got an afternoon that I can rest, and he can work on my crit. Because if he gets 2 success, then my crit is healed, and then I could go and scout at night, which is what I would rather do. Because it's harder for him to see me.
Do we want to rest up here then? I feel like being in the hills means we're a bit safer. For the duration of a rest, I mean. So we could rest up here, we could do a treatment up here. And then once that's done, head down, and it'll still be the same number of stretches, I think.
I'll be fine with that.
yeah, so you guys are gonna spend the afternoon here.
Yep.
Okay, so the afternoon. Um, are you categorizing this as setting up camp for the night, or are you just gonna be like camping out here, just doing various tasks? Just
Uh,
I think it's camping out because on
yeah.
the actual night we're going to head off and do the scouting
okay,
mission.
so you're going to be setting up camp here. All right, so let's go back to travel, and then where is the thing I was setting up camp? It's gotta be here somewhere. Fucking hell. Okay, making camp. So you did survival to set up camp. Setting up the fire is included in making camp. And the thing is, now what's important to mention is that, well, I guess never mind. Okay, and then recon to make the camp hidden. Though keep in mind, oh my god.
Okay. We got 3 6.
Okay. Yeah, because well, I was gonna say, I was saying that they point out, if you start a fire, the smoke will give away your position to anyone in visual range. But 20 kilometers, like the only person that would really be seeing you is a dropship. Like if any
Not
air.
even.
Oh.
Because we're in heavy snow. So our distance is like 5 combat hexes that you can see right now in this heavy snow.
That's true. That is very true. So there is hold on, I gotta check something. Task manager. Why the hell is my computer making so fucking much noise? Some sort of app is like taking its toll on it. I think it's probably just OBS. So in that case, I should probably also close my browser. That'll help. Okay, so so you set up the camp, you set up the to hide it, and then let's see. So that's Riley who's doing that stuff. Arnbjorn is going to try to heal him. And that's I guess field surgeon.
Yep. Now he
Feels-
gets the +1.
Okay, so he gets +1. +1, and then roll that. So does that mean he's healed it, or
You
does
gotta
he?
push. You gotta peel it. Push it.
Okay.
All right. So he got it's 2 days. He did the. So by night I will be healed
Okay.
because the normal is 2 days, and since he's successful, um, he cuts it down a day.
Okay.
So by night I will be the crit will be on it.
Okay. Um, so that's what he's doing. So now Matthias, what are you up to?
Just providing watching the IFE turret.
Okay, so you're gonna be standing guard, and then Gunner.
Let's try and get one of his LMGs opened.
Just set her out.
So -3, right?
Yes. Ooh.
A success.
Okay.
Yes.
Keep in mind, that the LMG, like that whenever you do, break a fingerprint lock, that it permanently reduces the reliability by 2.
I will take that.
So
We'll
it's
just
gonna
have a
be
big stockpile of slightly shit LMGs ready to rotate between. I
Okay.
think that's probably the outcome here.
Alright. So, alright. So yeah, you've got one of the, I think it is like the SPLMG something or other. You might be able to drag one of them out of the party vehicle, and if not, I can just add it to your sheet.
Let me just try that.
Yeah, try it. Like try dragging and dropping, and if it, um, like.
Let me see if this. Hold on, because I might have dragged all 3 of them. Okay, no, I dragged all 3 of them. Hold on. Just yeah. All right, and that'll be 2 LMGs remaining in the IFE. So hold on.
And then as far as ammo goes, you would have a total of 150 rounds on one belt. It uses the same caliber ammo as the Spar rifle.
So if no one else wants, I would also like to sort out the ammo and try to get myself a full belt of ammo for the machine gun I pilfered.
Okay, so in that case, if you take 5 out of 6 rifle magazines worth of ammo, and then all 3 belts worth of ammo, you would have exactly one full belt of 200 rounds.
Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, okay.
So I'll
Yeah,
adjust the
probably.
ammo, like the quantity of magazines.
I'll just yeah, no,
I
I'm
already,
just
I
gonna
already,
generate myself a belt.
yeah, I already did that. At least for the party BMP, or not BMP, IFE. So there is that. So, you have that taken care of?
Yeah, I have a full belt in my character's inventory.
Excellent. So, um, you spend the afternoon resting. The evening, or actually, hold on. Do you want run him over Reynolds to do anything?
He's a mechanic, right?
Yeah.
Let him fix the fuel tank.
Okay. So he's going to do tech to fix um the tool or the thing. Oh wait, hold on. He's got mechanic. So
Yeah, he's a mechanic.
yeah, that's the one thing he
That's
does
about the
well.
only skill. Yeah.
Okay, he fixes the fuel tank. So now I'll edit it. It goes back up to 250 capacity. Um, And so there's that. And luckily you didn't lose any extra fuel. So
Yeah,
you got lucky there.
that was a. Make sure everybody takes off of food and a water too.
Yeah. It's also worth mentioning that the radio is still broken. But the problem is that since Gunner is spending, well, actually, no, I would say if you want to spend the rest of the shift trying to fix the radio, because as I said earlier, fingerprint locking probably breaks like takes like 10 minutes or so. Like it shouldn't take 6 hours just to unlock a gun. Especially if you're a trained tech. So if you want to spend the rest of the shift trying to fix the radio, you're more than welcome.
Yep. Just try and fix the radio.
All right.
So is this? Would this? Well, actually, if I've got double A's anyway, so unless there's any negative modifiers, I won't worry about checking my specialties.
No, there aren't any. By the way, I'm hearing like static, like buzzing every so often from your mic.
Arigato, Mr. Rubato.
I'm very sorry about that. I will try and resolve it somehow after this roll.
Yeah, it's not a constant problem. I just wanted to mention that it is actually happening on occasion. But anyways, yeah, just do the tech roll, see if you can fix that radio. Yep. All right, so you spend this shift fixing the radio. So everybody's activities are sorted for the afternoon shift. So I'm assuming the evening you all sleep.
The only problem is, I don't know if he can fix the radio.
Why not?
We don't have electronic parts.
It takes electronic parts to fix it?
Yeah, because the radio
Oh.
is only one part is only one, so it's considered destroyed. It's considered inoperable until, and I think that uses electronics because
So
it's zero.
So by that rationale, would Mike not be able to fix the fuel tank because wouldn't that require a part?
I don't think so because it's patching. It's not like the fuel tank got destroyed. It just got damaged.
Okay. So in that case, Gunner would actually not be able to fix. Sorry to completely undo your thing, but I guess that's a good point that Tom brought up. So I guess if you want to spend the shift doing something else, if there's anything else you can think of that you would like to do, just yeah, you can do it.
I guess I don't have a radio for me to listen out over, so I could sleep now rather than sleeping in my next shift.
Okay.
We'll do about unlock the garden and have a nap.
Okay. So you do that during that shift. So everybody's got that, and then I'm assuming, and then basically the inverse is that everybody else will sleep during the evening, and then you stay up, probably scouting or not scouting, like keeping watch.
Yeah, I'll stay up on guard.
Okay. And so now I also need to roll to see if the weather clears up. And I actually, oh, and it's important to note, I need everybody to make a stamina roll. Or actually, no, hold on, wait, never mind. I was thinking because like I forgot that a fire counters that. So if you got a campfire going, then you're fine. So /R 1d6, so I still need to roll about the weather. Okay, so the good news for you guys is that the weather starts clearing up. And because like it was a heavy blizzard, but eventually, gradually by the evening, it's like it goes back to just being, you know, cloudy and snowing somewhat more rapidly, but it's not like the hellish conditions as before. So there goes the evening shift, and eventually the sun goes down, and night falls upon you. So now the question begs, do you head out now?
Yeah, at dusk. We can go out at dusk.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wasn't sure how long exactly you were going to be waiting. So, did you say your plan was to move here and then have Riley go out on the snowmobile to the next hex?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you move to here, which I believe would be another driving roll. I just need to check the modifiers because this is like at a new shift. If memory serves, that was a thing. Let's see, driving.
Yeah, it's a straight
Yeah,
driving with
yeah. At the
whatever.
start of a shift, the thing is, if you must make a driving roll, and I didn't realize this before. If you drive off-road into a new terrain type, you need to make an additional driving roll.
Yeah, we did that when we went in the hill.
I know, but you did that last shift. It's saying at the start of each shift that you drive, you have to make a driving roll, modify the terrain type. So this one's going to be a flat roll. But the next one is going to, like, then you also have to make another roll. But the good news is that the second roll will have a +1.
Wait,
Is Gunnar still going to drive since the conditions have improved, or are we going to let it back to? I guess there's no radio for me to sit and listen to, so it makes sense for me to keep driving.
yeah, I would have you drive.
Woo!
2 successes.
Okay, so that was the first one. So now I need the second roll to be at a +1. Oh my.
3 successes.
Very, very good. Okay, so you go here. Next, so you're near the supposed base, and then now Riley would be doing a driving roll to get over there and investigate.
Oh, not Riley. Who is going to drive me over there? It's either going to be Drake or run him over. Will have to drive me.
If Dragostein do it since I'm Gunner.
You're gonna
Yet
have
another driving roll.
yep, you're gonna have Gunner drive you. So it's gonna just be a flat driving roll.
Flat roll. 1
Okay.
success.
Excellent. So I'm gonna copy yours guys' tokens. And then I will paste you guys there, and then I will activate the scene. And I should probably have turned off the snow effect in advance, which I hope doesn't cause any problems. If you guys
On
are
the
still
drive over.
well, I'm just saying, like,
So,
if you guys still have any connection problems, just let me know, and I will undo the snow effect.
Yeah, I'm at 97.
Oh.
Is it a mod that does that?
No, it's apparently just a function of Foundry itself that you can set like a weather effect, like leaves, rain, or snow.
I don't know why maps are taking so dang long.
I don't know,
They're not
because
that complicated.
gee, thanks. I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, they're
I
not
know.
like really large. I mean, Pathfinder maps load so quick and they're humongous.
Well, the good news is I noticed that that K-Town loaded in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, so it might just take a little
yeah, I'm
longer
still
for
waiting
everybody
on.
else.
I'm in.
Okay, you're in. Good. And then we'll wait for Gunner to be able to join in, and then we'll.
I'm in as well.
Okay, so yeah, you two. So you arrive here. You arrive in from this direction, and
Okay.
you would notice that the intel, like the rumors were true that there is actually a base here. You see from your current position, you see what looks like a landing pad for a dropship, or like an aircraft, like a landing field. There are no aircraft currently there. You would also, from your current position, you would notice what looks like a bunker here. And then there's a building over here that you can't really discern what it is.
And it's now nighttime when we get here, right?
Yes, which I guess in retrospect I probably should have factored that in before giving the descriptions. Oh well, it is what it is. So I guess in terms of visibility, because that actually does affect your vision as well as theirs.
Correct.
We
But
both have night vision.
yeah, but night
Everyone has
vision only works out to a certain range, and that's
Okay,
not
okay,
something
just wanted to be
I'm
sure.
ruling. I'm saying like that's actually a thing. Is that night vision has a set.
What are we rolling it out to?
I need to see. I'm just check the night vision goggles. So night vision goggles, are where the hell were they?
Wait,
Observation gear.
their
Observation
rules are
gear.
stupid.
Yeah, they allow night vision out to 3 hexes or up to 5 hexes when using attached light. Eliminating all modifiers to range combat and recon due to darkness requires a battery, but you would have a battery. So you have a vision of up to 5 hexes with no modifier.
So, are you using old tech, or are we going to say we have some new tech?
I would say, yeah, in this case, newer tech would probably be like, not necessarily like you can see absolutely everything for miles around, but you could probably see like,
1,000 yards is what night vision nowadays are.
okay. So in that case, I don't know what 1,000 yards would be in terms of
10. It'd
like
be 10 hexes.
10 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess what I'll do is I'll just, yeah, I'll rule with that because I like that better. Where is the vision circle thingy? That okay. So I need to edit that, and then
Are you able to put an aura on our icons?
attach it. Not that I know of.
No, I mean, are you able to add an aura?
I don't understand what you mean.
An aura, so it puts the color around it.
I think there might be a module for that, but I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
I can put status effects. That's about it. So what I'm trying to do for this, I'm trying to get the measurements right. I'm trying to remember how I did it before. Is this the right one? Does that cover? Okay, that's too fucking big. That covers literally the whole goddamn map, pretty much. So let's see. Try this. Nope. Is it?
Yeah, you need token auras added.
I think it might be actually 300. I'm just trying to get. Okay, so is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10? So it just needs to be a little smaller. I think I token R. I don't
That's
want to
about right.
disrupt things and get that right now.
Yep.
But thanks for letting me that. Okay, so I think this is actually so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, so that's perfect. So this is this aura, like this circle, represents the maximum range of your NVGs. So like the way I'm figuring is like, I guess I'll retcon a little bit. So you can see everything out in here with perfect clarity, but you can only really sort of get glimpses of this. And I'm saying like, I guess you figure like, well, there are lights here and this looks flat, so this is a landing pad. No idea what this is, and this might be a bunker. That's how you're probably gonna your character.
Yeah, you see some dark shape in distance, but you're not sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there are lights like like the landing pad, for example, has some like red LED lights, but they're pretty faint. So, question begs, do you move in closer or do you, like, just stay back and go back and like, all right, there's a base there.
So Gunner's recon is only a flat A roll. So probably makes more sense if we are going to try and go much closer for Gunner to keep the engine running.
Do you wanna leave the bike there where I just put the box, and then maybe you move up to here?
Yep.
That way it gets you. I'm gonna move up to the rocks, and maybe you stay when I can signal you which direction I'm going, and you just stay 20, 30 away from the base. That way they can't see you.
Yeah. No, that sounds good. And if it all does go terribly wrong, I do have at least one smoke grenade, I think. So in desperation, smoke and flee. With you, of course, not abandoning you.
Okay.
Smoke to help you get out eventually.
What I need to check
Yep.
is I need to check visibility modifiers. 1 moment, please.
-2.
Yeah. Oh, oops, that's yeah, items directory. That's not what I wanted at all. Visibility and line of sight. So line of sight. If the line passes through any of the following, your line of sight is blocked. So the good news is where you are right now. It's sort of it's a double-edged sword. You got a lot of shit in your way, but that means that the enemy won't be able to see you.
Right. I'm just moving up there for right now, but I can't. Can you give me ownership of this big old yellow thing that I can move?
Sure, I think so. Possibly, maybe. Let me see. If I click, are you able to create your own? Because I can just tell you what the width is, and you can have your own to drag around. And that way, it also gives you your color, so you can see. Well, you have basically the same color as me.
Yes,
So.
I can.
Okay, so just drag it out, and then yeah, double click on it, and then the distance for it should be 250, and then that's approximately 10 hexes worth of distance on all sides. And then you can just
Alrighty.
drag your thing on, like your circle on top of, yeah, your token, and then that represents like that's about 10 hexes up.
Alrighty.
So yeah, like moving in closer, like I would say as you're getting to this point, you would have seen that like this does actually appear to be a bunker, because there are like gun ports here.
Kind of gun.
Well, it's not like a mounted gun, it's basically like a firing port
Okay.
for a gun.
Okay.
Like somebody could stick their rifle, like their weapon out there and be able to fire at you without being hit. Or at least with severely diminishing the chances of being hit.
Okay. So if I move here, I'm looking through the rocks and I'm watching. So do I see any heat, anybody moving around out there?
Oh, this way, like here? No, because there are,
Anywhere in
this,
yeah, from there to the right.
no, oh, oops, um, the reason, like, the problem is there are no windows here. Like no windows at this building, and you do, like, the LEDs of the landing pad are a little brighter from your current position, like, now that you're sort of in range, and it's almost a little disorienting with the night vision, like, flip down optic thing of your helmet. Um, but you don't see any other activity.
I'm just going to move the circle. So wherever the middle of the circle where I'm at.
Okay.
Because it's two separate tools. It's so irritating.
Yeah.
So I'll move around to this rock. Do you want a recon roll at this point here?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Or at least
So
not
now
for
I
you
can at
to
least
stay hidden.
Yeah, so now I can at least see down the deeper building and stuff. See if there's anybody in there.
Okay. So in this case, you would you're saying looking down this way?
Yep.
Okay. You do not see anybody in that little tunnel.
I don't see any vehicles or anything. Yeti?
You do not see any vehicles so far, no.
See no heat.
From your current position, from like if you're looking down here, no. So
Uh,
you said,
Anywhere in my peripheral.
oh, in your peripheral
From
vision.
here to the right.
Well, I would say, in there, if you can give me a recon roll, please. It's not like to stay hidden. It's just to observe something. Okay. You see, what looks to be the barrel, like it's just barely visible, but you got hawk eyes, and you actually notice there's like a barrel of a weapon that sort of sticks out there every so often. So there's at least one guy in this building, but
Okay.
you're in his blind spot,
Yep.
or at least if he hasn't seemed to notice you yet. In the meantime, while you're scouting, Gunnar, what are you doing? Just staying down, or?
Staying very hidden, probably feeling very anxious. Yeah, nothing for me till we're skedaddling out of here.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't want to lock you or Matthias out of this. It's just like that's kind of unfortunately the nature of having somebody scouting ahead, which I hope you guys are okay with.
We gotta find a way to do it quicker though.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Do you want to say I circle around using terrain and give you a couple rolls, and then you could tell me what I saw?
Yeah. So I guess we'll do it. If you want to do clockwise, like maneuvering around, and just let me know like how close you go. Because I would say if you're moving to where your circle is and you're going like in basically a straight line like this,
No, I would cut back to here.
like so you go like there and then you go there.
I would have gone here
Oh, so you go
and around,
here, then
and then
here,
around to here.
like
Yeah,
that.
because at nighttime, keeping it at their extreme range.
Okay.
There's no reason to cross there.
Yeah. So
When I've got time, I've got a whole 4 hours to do this, at
yeah.
night.
So you see like I guess you would have seen by this point as you're circling around, I would say you probably would catch a glimpse of like that there is somebody there, but he does not seem to have noticed you.
Okay.
Um, and as you're maneuvering around there, I would say you do not need to do a recon roll, but you would get a better look, and like this is a defensive line similar to the one at FOB Taurus. Like it's a position where like the soldiers can like hop down into the trench and have cover from external threats. Um, so next, I guess
It's a
move.
trench then.
Yeah, it's
A
pretty much
trench.
a trench.
And how high are the sandbags?
If you were standing in the trench, it would pretty much cover up to your arms, like as in like your arms, you could mount your weapon and fire.
So they're like four sandbags high.
Well, the sandbags themselves are probably about like 2.5 feet. The rest of the height
Okay.
comes from like the ground being dug in.
And I don't see anybody in the trench.
Negative. So you don't see anybody in the trench. So I guess your next, what's your next move?
And I don't see anybody in the buildings behind us, behind the trench, right?
It would not be in your like you would see that there are windows, but the problem is, be it do the NVGs or not, you can't really see through the windows, so you can't really tell if there's anybody in there.
But
There are the
nobody's out
lights.
there.
Nobody's out there. There are lights on in the building, but the problem is that like a combination of the windows, the distance, and the light are just kind of fucking with your NVGs, so you can't actually really see what's going on there. So the lights are on, but you don't see anybody. So that's the
Oh,
general
that's
synopsis.
good. I'm going to move to the sandbag wall. Nobody can see me. I'm going to crawl across to there.
Okay. I would say now you are in a position where you actually could see at least two people in this building who are just standing talking to each other. This building looks to be sort of like a maintenance shop or garage of sorts.
Okay.
So like it's a pretty open space with a lot of crates and like heavy machinery equipment. You see these two dudes in there, but they're focused on talking to each other. They don't actually see you.
I can't.
Well, what are you trying to do?
Trying to put a pin.
Uh, hmm. Well, mark on the map what you're trying to do, and then I'll like make it like an X or something.
Well, I was trying to mark that as garage. But
Oh.
there's supposed to be a pin tool.
Well, I mean, I could just mark it as garage.
Okay. That works. And can you put a guy here? Because we know there's a guy there.
Guy in the bunker.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's that. So mark those.
Do we see vehicles in there? In the garage?
Well, I should rephrase. It's not necessarily a garage, more is like just sort of a workshop, like repair bay kind of sort of deal.
Right, but there's no vehicles in there?
No vehicles in there. So I'll rename it to workshop.
Okay.
So that's what that is.
And are these doors or windows?
These are windows.
What's in that building? Is it dark?
In this building, yeah, this actually appears to be a garage, but there aren't any vehicles in it.
All right. I'm going to change tool so I can actually move this thing. So I'm going to move up the sandbags, and I'll come around to here. And I'm just going to listen and see if there's talking. Because, guards like to talk.
Yeah.
And see how many voices I hear.
Yeah, so I would say in that case, you do hear idle chatter between what sound like at least two different voices. Like the guys in at FOB Taurus, these guys appear to be speaking Norwegian. So you don't actually
Okay.
understand what they're saying, but you do hear people talking. And are you leaning around the corner, or are you just huddled, like hunched against the wall?
I'm hunched against the wall. I'm just listening. I
Okay.
was trying to figure out how many people are in there.
Yeah, so you can hear two distinct voices, but that does not mean that they're the only two people in there.
Okay. Alrighty, so now I'm going to back out all the way around, probably off the map because there's no cover. Back out to this cover over here, and then circle around and come in here.
Okay. From your current position, you actually see many more people. You see these three guys. These two guys are like walking like they came around I don't need to select the drawing tool. They came around like this building right here. Like they're coming around the corner, and then this dude has an LMG and he's just sort of standing here.
Yeah. I gotta find out what mod it is. You can actually put guys on patrol, and they'll move on the map.
Yeah. Yeah,
Constantly.
I know. Yeah, I know about that one. That just
Our
seems like it'd be kind of
Warhammer TM uses it. It drives me nuts.
yeah.
Because when they spot you, it'll roll automatically. When it spots you, it like puts you right in a combat. It's cool.
Nice. So yeah, but you see those guys. So you can confirm that there's at least that would be 7 guys. Actually, no,
Now,
8.
all riflemen.
No. At least one of these guys is a machine gunner. The two on
This
the
guy's the
right,
machine gunner.
yeah, that guy on the left is a machine gunner. These gents on the right are just riflemen.
He put an M.
Well, they should be showing up as
Oh, I don't.
always for
I'm
owner.
zooming way out.
All right, well then let me do
Oh,
this.
okay. So, oh no, they're all same icon.
Yeah. The problem is that they're I would need to update all of them to show. But like I guess is there a
No, just
machine
put
gun?
a letter. Just put a letter M by it.
Actually, what I'll just do is I'll just do this. Can you see it now?
Yep.
So what I'll do in this case for special enemies, I guess um like machine gunners and stuff like that, I'll mark them by name.
Okay.
So that way everybody can see and know, who's what.
So we had a Roman patrol, and did this look like barracks?
Yes, though that looks like that resembles a barracks.
And still no vehicles?
No.
Alright, so I'm going to circle back out over here, cross, and then come back in it right here.
Okay. From where you are, like before, you would actually, can you give me a recon roll, please? Just flat.
Yep.
Okay, like before, you notice another gun barrel here.
Yep.
Like a barrel sort of like, you know, wobbling a little bit, just sort of like as if the person's like sweeping it from side to side, searching for targets.
Alright. And at some point the patrol comes back around.
Yeah, I would say by this point, like the guys that you saw were currently going south.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I would say by this point they're probably here, maybe. They're since left your line of sight.
What does this building look like?
You aren't able to tell.
I think it's probably the CP.
No guarantees.
Alright, so I circle back
Because
around.
it doesn't have any windows here, I should mention. Like, there are no
Alright.
windows.
But the door's probably this door's probably below the sandbags.
Yes, it's below the sandbags. So, like, you would have to hop over the sandbags to get in there.
Okay. Again, I don't see anything else here.
Nope. Not from your current position. And I should mention,
Alright.
this is also like a hill. So, like, for example, if you were shooting, you would actually have elevated firing position.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Just so you know.
Yep. So I come to here and try to listen. Do I hear any noise? Do I hear any talking or anything?
From right here, no.
I'm prone, by the way. I'll
Okay.
crawl up to here and try to hear through this doorway. Is the doorway open or closed?
It's closed. There's also a door right here, and it's closed as well.
Okay. But I still don't hear nothing from there.
No, you don't hear anything in either room.
Are there any symbols on the doors or name
Uh,
tags or anything?
no. Like, there's nothing indicating what's what. You could hazard a guess and go like, well, this is probably a bunker.
Yeah.
But it's like, as for this, it remains kind of, like unidentified.
I so want to jump in.
You're doing what now?
No, I said I so want to jump in and open up the door, but I know that's not a smart idea. All right, so I back up to the hill. I'm guessing there's gonna be two guys in that guard tower.
Yeah, you would, like, by this point, those two guards, you probably would have seen as you were circling around, but they're doing their patrol. Like, they're, moving around, just sort of seeing what they can see. So next, so do you like? I would say from your current position, and then like before, you would see another gun barrel here, catch a faint glimpse of a guy.
Yep.
Um,
And still no vehicles.
no vehicles, no.
All right, so I'm going to loop around there, just double check, make sure I don't see nothing else over there in that corner.
In what corner? This?
Where I'm at now, just to make sure there's nothing over here
Yeah. There's
in this
nobody out.
area.
There's nobody out there. No. So
Okay,
this whole
so I'm
sector is clear that you're in.
okay, so I'll come back over here and give him a report and let him know what I saw, and say, do you think it's worth going in and seeing what we could find, if they have any vehicles inside the area? Because I can't see inside the base. I could probably move up to that building between the landing strip and the one bunker and be able to look into the base from there. You think it's worth it?
Probably not. No. Not with that many people about, and the weather's good at the moment as well, right?
Yeah. It's currently like
It's
it's snowing a little bit more rapidly, but like it's not a blizzard and it's just mainly cloudy rather than an absolute hellstorm.
Yeah, better for us to go and regroup, tell people the info we have. If they have vehicles, I guess we have some AT stuff. I hope we have some AT stuff. If not, I guess I could try and fingerprint break some AT stuff. And
We have a surplus of AT stuff. We should be fine.
Guided missiles, like both vehicle mounted and person carried, and
We have
anti-tank plasma gun. Yeah.
We have the laser. We have
Yeah,
the laser too.
anti-tank plasma laser. That's a thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
there we go.
We're in ample supply.
By the repair workshops and all, I didn't see a fuel tank or anything, right?
No.
Probably don't have fuel here,
They have a landing pad.
but I didn't see any fuel.
Yeah. So that
Which
suggests
sucks
probably no
'cause we need
vehicles.
fuel. Yeah, which sucks because we need fuel. Alrighty. I guess we're pulling out of here then. And
Yeah,
heading
which
back
I guess
to
means another driving roll from me to check we pull out safely.
Yeah. So
Yep.
you're gonna. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying I need to do another driving roll.
No, I thought Tom was saying something.
No, I'm sorry, I was yawning.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So it's a driving roll to actually not necessarily because it's just every shift, and this is all in the same shift. So you can it can be assumed that you just drive back over to the Predator to where Armbjorn, Matthias, and Reynolds are.
So I'll give a report going over. There's at least 2 people in each of those bunkers. There could be more, but a good estimate is at least 2 in each bunker. They've got a 2-man patrol walking around their barracks area. I found one machine gunner facing the north side of the base, and there's a hill to the east that we could shoot down. I think the command center is on the east side between the 2 bunkers, my guess. They've got a workshop and a garage, but I didn't see any fuel storage. And there was one building I didn't know what it was.
And I think capturing the base would be a very good idea, considering that our IFV has a busted radio and has the side armor's all crapped out, so we might as well move in for repairs.
Yep.
I have a feeling I could take out the bunker. I could at least pop open the bunkers with the 30 mil If not, we do have the anti-tank laser, and that I believe Tobias has a rocket launcher which we could use.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but we can't use it right now because he's not here. But yeah, I think so. We could have it where we attack one side of the base. I pop up in one of the bunkers. The rest of the team, the rest of the group moves in while me and either what is it? Me and either Gunnarsson or Drakelstein can go to ham on the base. As if we want to take it.
If
I
somebody
feel like
can
we
get me,
probably.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
So I was just going to say, I feel like we probably do want to take it, but I am not good on heavy weapons.
I know.
Um,
I'm saying. Was you drive? I shoot.
Oh, sure, yeah, no, 100% on board with that. That
Yeah.
works. That works great for me.
Yeah, I'm the I'm the heavy gunner after all. It's my job.
And I say we position up on the hill our 2 NPCs so they could
So,
shoot down.
okay.
And we could
then
leave. So I'll say we could get the NPCs versus snowmobile as well, just in case it was of help. May as well unload it beforehand.
yep. Could I rig it so I go with them on the snowmobile?
It's a 2-seater, and there's like that's all you can carry. So
Why
you
I said I needed skis.
what?
That's why I needed skis.
Could snowmobile them over there in two trips, assuming they're
Yeah.
sneaking into position. Then just drop off one of them. They lie down while they come pick you up. Or I guess drop you off and then they go grab the other one.
I would say
Yeah,
now
put them
just
back far enough.
yeah, just be advised of the way I'm going to handle. First, the snowmobile. I forgot the fact to I'll edit it now. Um, you started with half a tank of gas, so you only have 5 out of 10 fuel. But the second thing is that I would say in the amount of traveling that you're going to be doing back and forth, that it's going to consume 0.5 fuel because you've been moving like a sufficient.
Actually, let's just leave the snowmobile where our base is, and I'll hike in with the 2 of them. We're only going 1 hex.
Okay. Be advised that you wouldn't, because you're trekking across the snow and it's night, you are going to need to do a stamina roll to avoid that dreaded hypothermia. So I need to double check. There might be stamina modifiers for night and cold. Skills and specialties. The skills. Let's see. Is it in there? It doesn't. Oh wait. Oh, it'd be under marching. That's right. Travel. Marching. So, yeah, you can. Yeah, marching off-road at night requires a survival roll. And because keep in mind, yeah, it is 1 hex, but you are marching like 10 kilometers. So that's going to be a survival roll, which I'm assuming Riley is making.
Correct.
All right.
Yep.
And then I just need to check the modifiers, which there do not appear to be any, so it's just flat survival.
Okay. Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Oh God. So
So
that's
now
like
we're lost. We'll
so
just drive.
I'm gonna reactivate the map. So and I should probably copy all the tokens in. So I just need pretty much just Matthias, because Gunnar and Riley are already on the map. So there's that. There's that. Okay, and I'll also get the Predator. Or I could just fucking drag it in. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Predator. Okay. So you guys, what direction are you coming from? The same direction, or are you gonna like come straight from like go around to the right over here?
No,
I think same direction is
Yeah.
best because I don't want to split us up.
Well, I thought the plan was just to drive in and dismount all your dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
when
same
we
direction.
get to the base. When we get to the base.
Okay. So you arrive to the base,
Well,
and
what are the
then
range of my thermals? Because I figured that my thermals have a greater range.
thermals, if memory serve, cut the distance of the like there's no range penalties, so like for darkness and things like smoke and shit. So there's that. Um, so in that case, if you are looking to a distance, Matthias, you would actually see there is a guy here.
Um. Oh, okay.
You would see him, and he looks to be carrying some sort of shoulder-mounted weapon of sorts, like a rocket launcher or a missile launcher. What it is exactly is up in the air.
So I found the first man. I got a pop head open. All right. So what to do now? I assume. So I assume. Gunner is in the car. Is driving the IFV, correct?
Yeah, I'm driving.
All right. Then why don't we move up to about here? You guys dismount, and then we begin engaging.
I thought the plan. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, Riley, what weren't you saying to drop the guys on the hill?
Yeah, but we're in a vehicle.
Oh,
You're going to hear it
true.
anywhere on this map. So I would just drive, get us into the base, and let us dismount, not in front of the bunker.
Okay.
Like
Well, here's the
drive
thing.
in.
Here's the thing. We don't know how much what kind of anti-tank weapons we have. We know this guy, and the problem is that there could be a lot more anti-tank weapons inside. So just going in and dismounting is not wouldn't be that ideal, as to my mind. The kind of the fact that we're gonna be surrounded. But so I figure we just
I
drop
think if
off. Yeah,
we
what?
could, well, I mean, I was thinking we could just, because as well, if we drop them off on the hill, we have a height advantage, then that's where one of their series of bunkers and sandbag lines is. Whereas so we just drive straight in, have some element of surprise. They seem pretty laissez-faire with security beforehand. So if we shock and awe them, and stick the vehicle in between a bunch of buildings so the lines of sight are less good, like try and just park in near where the workshop is. And if it goes terribly wrong, then it'll be a good learning experience.
That's one way to put it. So, um, do I have it in mind? So your plan is just to straight bum rush in?
Yep.
Okay. So,
Just shoot the
um,
guy up on the top with the rocket.
okay. I will mention that because I don't necessarily know how long this combat is going to take, I figure we would either end it with you guys taking out the AT guy or end now, because I feel combat's probably going to take more than half an hour with the amount of guys and the complexity of the vehicle.
Ending it now so that Tobias can be in the combat next
Yeah,
time.
that's a good point too.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll leave it at this cliffhanger that you're about to like blitzkrieg the enemy base. So now we will do XP, I guess. So let's see. Develop your character. Everybody, just let me know when you get your sheets up.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Everybody fully participated, so you get 1 XP. If you followed your moral code, despite the significant risk to your group, I love how dramatically they fucking phrase that bullshit. So if you follow your moral code, you get a point. If you risk or sacrifice something, if you're following your big dream, that's another point. And if you guys have any questions, like you need me to sort of like discuss this week, we can totally do so. But going on like honor rules to assume that you guys, and then the next, so everybody definitely gets one for traveling through at least one hex on the travel map that you had not visited before. You overcame, in this case, arguably 2 dangerous events because you dealt with the Harbingers firing the fucking anti-vehicle rifle at your tank, and then obviously Riley was scouting out this base, which was kind of risky. And then you risked, like anybody who was risking their life for their buddy, which I don't really think happened. Then that would be another point. So what I would like to mention, because I'm assuming you guys might have enough XP towards getting a talent, if you did something, like I'm sort of thinking of Gunner, like hacking the enemy weapon. If you got 10 XP for talent and you did something that like would feasibly have like given you the experience like in character to get the talent, like for example, you hacked the enemy LMG, so and you succeeded, so I would qualify that as you'd be eligible to get the fingerprint spoofing if you have enough XP for it, which would be 10. But I don't know how much you have.
Sure. Well, since I missed the first lesson, I am gaining my first XP at the moment.
Okay.
My only question is, well, actually no, there wasn't significant risk in following my moral code, so yep, I think I'm good on mine.
Okay.
Just a cozy free experience for me.
Cool. Other than that, hope you guys had fun. I did.
Alrighty.
So thanks for showing up and fully participating. That was a good session. And next session will be the 21st at the same time. So is there any other questions, comments, concerns?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
No.
Well, looking forward to seeing you guys 2 weeks from now. So
Alrighty.
See you later.
see you guys.
See you later.
Cheers. Thanks for the session, Cody.